gentlemen, I'm joined by the 20-time champion, the 2-time world champion, a legend to the Call of Duty scene, the co-host of The Flank, Mr. Pat Price, a.k.a. Aches. What's going on, Pat? Today, we also got a special guest, superstar from the London Royal Ravens, MVP. We got Trey Zero, ladies and gentlemen, Benji Nassim. He's mentally checked out for this episode, so he's not coming on today or during the weekend, so I don't know where he's at. But Trey, Pat, how you guys feeling today?
I'm good.
Like that. I like that, Pat.
I'm real good. Busy day, as I'm sure you've had one as well. You're already 6 hours in. A lot of watch party, a lot of ranked for you, but a lot of Slither too. I tuned in. I saw some Slither games. You let me down a few times, but
I was a little off today, Pat. I was a little off.
It is what it is. But yeah, I'm good.
I'm glad you're doing well. Trey, how you feeling? Good win today. You guys were down 0-2 today. You ended up bouncing back. Good little sweep. You must be feeling nice after that.
Yeah, it was a session.
It was a session for sure.
It's an absolute session.
Of course.
Filling in for Ben today because, I didn't want to see one empty can box, and I always have to help you out whenever I can, Tom. So.
Of course, and Trey, we really appreciate you coming on last minute, boss. You're the fucking man, and we also got another special guest in the building, ladies and gentlemen. We got Slacked, aka Josiah. You guys loved him on the last episode. We got him here back again. What's going on, Josiah?
Going on, Tom. Another beautiful day to watch some crazy Call of Duty. That's for sure. We got
Hell yeah, man.
A little time watching the watch party, so it was a good day, man.
Well, it wasn't the last episode. When was the last time you were on? Fucking a couple week or two ago.
Yeah, something I don't know.
Yeah, they loved you on there, bro. We always love the vibes you bring, Josiah. So welcome to The Flank. It's an absolute pleasure. We had a long day of COD today. Well, actually, not really. Kind of a short day. It went by really fast, but we had a couple good matches. I say we get right into it. We could kick things off. We don't got to waste any more time. Let's switch over to our screens, and here we go. We got the Paris Legion going up against the London Royal Ravens. Berlin Hardpoint, Tuscan S&D, Gavitt to control, Tuscan Hardpoint, and Bo Cage S&D. Pat, I'll kick it off for you and Trey. Anything to look at here in the vetoes or no?
Yeah, I don't know why London are banning Bo Cage. It's their best map.
Yeah, Trey, what's going on with that? Talk to me. What was your thought? If you want to give your thought process, you don't have to because I know you know.
Honestly, we try and get better at Bo Cage and Scrim just to open our map pool, but as of right now, we are just really good at every map. So unless that changes, we were testing out some Tuscan today to see how that went. I got put in a blender, so that wasn't great, but it happens, right? It happens. We are trying to expand some map pool and whatever. Just we're doing nice in the league right now, and I feel like now is like a really good time to try it. And we're by no means suck at these maps. Like we are good. It's just how it is. Tom, you're better at some maps than you are the others.
Yeah, of course. Trey, you say you get put in a blender, but I mean, any player's gonna go through series or go through maps where they feel like things aren't going their way.
Oh, of course.
I feel like you guys definitely came out a little flat today. I definitely want to show some love to Paris because they didn't get the dub today, but they looked better. No, Pat. Jimbo showed out, which is a good thing.
I mean, he definitely improved. That's a fact.
Yeah.
He was struggling before, but he I think he played solid today. To me though, like Donnie Temp, and
he's great. He's great, man.
He's having himself a
year.
Game. A whole year. So I'm glad to see that. And overall, like I know Trey, you guys said you were testing maps, but
we already tested one.
Yeah, but I think we're seeing a lot of life out of this Paris team. Like, yeah, they've had 2 Game 5 losses now, but they're not getting like swept, and they're being very competitive.
They got to fight, like
I mean, Trey, you guys are a top 4 team, so they definitely are improving a lot.
Yeah, it was very difficult coming back with like Gizmo as well, like, and like I said, no takeaway from Paris. Obviously, like we are a good team, so it shouldn't really be an excuse.
Yeah,
we haven't scrimmed since Major 1, like with Joey. Like it's been 2 weeks. Is that like? We played yesterday in a scrim, but like it's hard to come straight back into the mindset. And I mean, you guys have been there after taking days off. You turned into absolute idiots.
Yeah.
It's hard.
You got to get back into like the mentality. Like I don't know what it is. It's like a rhythm. Once you hit that rhythm, you can't let up. The minute you let up, it's chalked. But like you get right back into it, Trey.
Yeah, I mean, we knew what we were getting ourselves in for. That's why we said, Joey, go home, spend like mentally reset and do what you need to do, get checked out, whatever. Like
I want to break this down, Trey. I want to break this down because this is where I feel like Paris, it was a big swing. It was going back and forth in the beginning. Right here, maybe a little mishap from you guys. Paris was able to break on into this P3. Let's take a look how they break it. You can see that they kind of just stuffed through fire and had one set mid. What happened?
I can tell you what happened.
Yeah, what happened here, Trey?
If you look at the minimap, I'm number 1, and I'm screaming to Marcus, get fire, get fire. And he was telling Byron to get it, and it was just like bad miss comes because Byron doesn't really say like no to people. You know, he tries his hardest to do what he can to like benefit the other guy.
Yeah.
So when I'm screaming at Marcus, get fire, he tells Byron to get it. So Byron just completely just jumps in like to try and get it, to try and save it.
So miscommunication, you would say, is the biggest problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, communication is like so important to this game. I know we stress on it a lot, but that right there is a perfect example how you could just tell that London right there was definitely something went wrong there because Paris just stormed right through fire. It was able to break on in, get a little bit more time there. Now they have rotation to next. So pretty early on, Paris was doing a pretty good job breaking hills. Whether it's London troll or not, Paris was clutching up. Jimbo was getting aggro. Second rotation is when Donnie really started to step up. That's when he started getting his streaks and shit, and he started going rogue. What would you say was your biggest problem in this map, Trey? Would you say comms was the biggest issue throughout the whole map?
I think starting off slow didn't help. Like I said, like we had one day of practice coming into it, and it was straight into a match. Like it was really hard to like. We were 2-0 down, and it felt like a scrim. Like that's the best way I can put it. And you know, we stood up after we were 2-0 down and said like, yo, that's actually like. We were going hard, but not hard enough for a match.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So we all sat there and was like, "Yo, we need to be better." And I could tell it was kind of like felt like a scrim match. You know, like some sort of like
the
when
energy.
people die. Yeah, like when people die and the energy weren't as much as it was being like you know, say if we were scrimming for like 2 weeks straight. So you know,
100%.
That's on us though. You know, like that's how people capitalize and you know take maps with you, and that's what happened to us.
Yeah, and listen, even with the energy down, even with things not really going your way, even going into the second rotation, I mean, you guys had the lead. I think this is really where Donnie just really showed out. I mean, he started going crazy. I don't know what he ended off with this game, I forget, but he was frying. There's something about his play style. It just seems like
he's comfortable, bro.
He's aware, right? Like Josiah, you were talking about it. You just feel like Donnie's just like hitting form. He's just super aware.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think we've seen this like in titles past when like Black Ops 4, it reminds me of like where he was just super comfortable with the game. You could tell he knew everything that was going on. I think on the side of Paris too, like you saw both their subs step up today. We finally saw John play really well throughout the entirety of the series. And like even Jimbo, like Tom, we were talking about it. Yeah. I think he started 4-1 in the map. Then he went on like a 10 death streak when it was 1-10. So for him to like kind of bounce back and end this map positive and through the series, I think he was making like a lot more like fundamental, like good rotational plays where he's kind of being sneaky. You saw him playing his life, like, I don't know, making some of those plays. You see shots he make a lot. So on the side of Paris, shout out to him. He definitely played a lot better overall, I think, from their series pass, and hopefully he can continue to do so. I
mean, I definitely want to hype up Jimbo just because we were hard on him. Everybody was hard on him. The whole community was hard on him. He had a .58 his debut, his first series in.
0.49.
Yeah. Okay, 0.49. Excuse me. He had a 0.49.
I just fact checking.
No, that's fucked up, Pat.
Yeah, it is what
he stepped up today. I think he went positive, didn't he?
Not through the whole series, but he was playing a lot better than he was. But I mean, they got smoked on a Gavutu control, so that'll shift stats. That's for sure.
Not a fan of the streak usage here from Don, like at all. He does a good job getting the streaks because he's just going rogue. Jimbo's making plays. You can see here that Afro, you can notice the play that he's making. You see a lot of people with squad spawn starting to hit these gaps now. I don't know how Afro, you can see on the minimap number 4, he was just able to get Mixie through fire, find a little gap. He ends up getting one, but you could just see John. He just absolutely smokes Afro here after Afro gets one. Afro gets one kill.
This looked crazy from Marcus's screen, by the way.
Yeah, that was insane. John just completely melts him. He probably could have made a better play.
Well, I think that came down to like Gravity got that spawn docks, and he like crept forward instead of just like backing up to make sure the street was good. Like that's really all and that's the only way Afro could have got through is if Gravity just ignored the street for a second, and that's what he did.
Yeah. So good try from Afro. This is where Paris really started to lock down some time. I'm pretty sure they hold most of this. You guys break to the front, but doesn't Paris get back in here, get the rest of this scrap? You guys are on rotation. Trey, I feel like right now, looking at the mini-map, this is where you guys should be bringing this one back, you know? You guys have rotation. You guys let Jimbo. We were talking about that individual playmaking ability. You can see him taking out that long route right there. And you don't see this stuff on the scoreboard. Like little plays like this. This is what you want to see from Jimbo. Getting aggressive, hitting those long routes, getting in from behind. He was just able to hit it. Trey, did you know that he was back there? Did you guys know? I see you guys looking at it. I guess with the way you guys are positioned, I guess you guys figured that somebody had to be back there.
No, we knew.
So just good heads up play out of you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to give away our strats or whatever. Like, we play like this. So you can see it on the menu map. I'm not going to tell you exactly what we do or whatever like that because...
No, absolutely not. You don't want to tell people your strategy.
Like, we always make sure we're always on point with the comms and... Yeah, we're always calling out if stuff's open or whatever, and always like, yo, we're looking for one. Where could he be? Make sure everyone's on high alert,
Yeah, Paris did a good job making it mixy. But go ahead, Pat.
No, I was just gonna say, Trey, I know you don't want to give away your strats, but I am gonna give away Paris's strats. Trey, they outscored you on P1 122 to 36. Yeah. Just on P1.
Yeah.
What's going on with P1, Trey? Why are you guys so weak?
That's bad side for you. I tried changing it up today.
Yeah, but
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, like I said, usually this is our best map, but we were just so slow getting into today, Pat. Honestly, if you heard our comms, it was kind of crazy.
Well, let's go into this last P1 because this is where Jimbo was able to make a play and break in. So you can see that the rotations are coming in from both teams. Both teams are trying to get kills right now. These are all mass, and just look at that kill feed. They don't really show Jimbo, but you can see Jimbo lighting up that kill feed. He picks up 3 on rotation, and that pretty much just locks us down for Paris. Once he picks up 3, they lock it down. They push out these spawns. They start winning all their fights. London get in there. They make it a little bit mixy, but this is where Paris bring it all the way back. They get all this time. We go into another P2 hard point, and this is where I feel like you guys need to hold, Trey. Right here, Paris do a good job somehow getting
honestly,
in.
I was so shocked we lost this map, to be honest with you. I felt like we should have won this map.
Right here, I feel like you guys were outplaying them with the positioning and the rotations, but it was John and Donnie. Paris just stormed through the front, Trey. They just came right through front. I guess they just overwhelmed the front of hill, which I guess you could see a lot more teams doing that, just kind of 4-stacking shit, but you guys are also there playing corners in there and stuff. That P2 hill gets really mixy, huh, Trey? With all those corners and stuff.
I kind of screwed this hill. I got like miscommed. Like I think I misheard, to be honest, not miscom. I heard like we're looking for Tom. He could be like, someone said at the door or something like that, and then they said front door, and then I kind of like, if you look at the minimap, I'm kind of doing like a 180 turn to like find out where he is.
Yeah.
I still felt like we should have broke this at the end though.
I feel like Afro right here needs to be aware of his front. I mean, you could tell he's kind of worried about side. He doesn't want anybody to come in, but he kind of gets bad timing, and that opens it up. Once John hits that hill, finds Afro, his teammates get the kills from behind him, and with 20 seconds left, I mean, Paris could win it here. Good break out of them. Again, they just stormed right to the front. There was nothing crazy about their breaks. They just used their teamwork. They stuck together, worked on some trades, and they were able to flood on in and win the fights. So just good plays by Paris. You can see John with a good stun check there. And they're all over the map. So a really close map, number 1. Paris were able to clutch it up. So good job out of them.
And Tom, I heard you talking about it on your stream today a little bit earlier. Was how the observers are missing these big streaks.
Listen,
do we think this should be like a fundamental observing thing that we like force that, hey, if a player's on like a 3-4 streak, like you gotta go to him, like you just gotta.
Listen, I just think if a player's going off, like showcase it. Like no one wants to watch everyone would rather watch, like, let's take Zinni earlier, he's on a 9 spree. Like no one wants to watch someone pre-aiming.
Yeah. He's on my bad, Zen. My bad.
Oh, that's not right. By the way, Tony went the fuck off, and I'm pretty sure Zinni will be joining us today sometime during the show. I think producer Ben is coordinating that. So maybe Zinni will be coming on. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure Tony's down. So we'll bring him in during his series. He went off today. We get into the S&D. It was a Tuscan search and destroy. It was Paris who came out hot. They were able to get a couple rounds on the board. Honestly, just playing super aggressive towards that A site. Good retake here. They win an offense doing basic shit, and I think a good retake on the defense really helped them out here. Donnie hops a bomb. John, man, the individual play he made this round was insane. I mean, you could see just the aggression coming in. Were you shocked by the aggression, Trey, from Paris? Because they were running at you guys.
I mean, we know they're good at this map, but honestly, like, I came on here like a week or so ago and said, like, we're good at Berlin S&D, but, like, these are the matches where, you know, like, we should try and, you know, play something different and see how we are at it. And I'm pretty egotistical when it comes to be like, you're not bad at this map, we're not bad at this map. Like, we're still not bad at this map. Like, 2 of us went 3-9 and I went 2-9. Like, how many times is that going to happen? Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Like I still feel like we're really good at this map, and you know, it's not.
Well,
it's not the last you've seen of us.
And Tom, unless you got something else to talk about on this map, can we just go to this 1v4 and talk about it?
I do. I the 2-2 round, the 1v3 or 1v4 with Nasty.
It was a 1v4.
Was it a 1v4?
It was a trade 1v4. So he traded as he was last alive, but that was unacceptable out of Paris, man.
Well, let's watch it. This is the round right here. So Paris.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say Paris. They rushed the A bomb site. Jimbo was able to find 2, just playing a corner. Diney finds a snipe, and just like that, Nasty's left in a 1v3. He does get the trade. You're right. So it is a 1v4. He gets the trade on the guy by that P5. But hey, Nasty, great individual talent here. Finds a sniper. He's able to find one right here. This was an impressive shot onto Tom Gravity. I mean, I didn't even see him here. I guess Nasty saw. What was the reaction like here, Trey, when he did this shit?
I said I won us this round.
You say you won us this round?
Yeah.
That's comedy.
He goes, how? I said, I'll drop my sniper for you.
Well, listen, let's talk about Paris, because how did they let this happen? Like, how?
I don't know.
I mean, this is what I was gonna say. Like, it's so weird because even from this point on, like, Paris was playing so aggressive. I can't believe they played even like John dying's fine. I was so shocked you didn't see Donnie play a close corner outside you, and Tom just peeks the window and they just double chow. Like, the rest of this map and the way they play
scared. Yeah.
They play so aggressive and just trades nonstop. Like, you'll see later on in this map that like they were in a 3v1 against Nasty again. They just all fly and chow. And I was surprised because honestly, if Donnie just sits close, like outside church or outside you, and Tom peeks the window and they just double chow, Nasty's dead. Like, every day of the week, there's no way he 2-pieces them.
Yeah, honestly, just really good individual
first
play.
Contact. That's the bottom line. Don stays somewhere mid-map and plays first contact, and Tom gets the free trade.
Well, Donnie's in the chat. I'm running away. They had defuse, and I had a stun and a frag. So,
well, why didn't you use it?
Well, he did use it. He did throw his shit, but I mean, Donnie got left. He got left in a 1v1. He threw it right before he died. You can see him. You see him stairs. He just threw all his shit right there. He threw both his shit right there. I'm pretty sure. Donnie just kind of. I mean, bro, Donnie gets put in a 1v1. I'd rather see them get aggressive there as well. Just not aggressive, but just like challenge with confidence. I feel like
it makes it less random. Like, stun nade or not, it's like someone has to get a peek on the bomb. Nasty just got a snipe. It's like, if Tom's first got a check from top window, like, Nasty could get the kill there, and that's ended up what happened. I don't know. I feel like it makes it.
Don's reactions there was hilarious, by the way. I don't know if anyone saw that, but
yeah, no, Donnie's reactions are always comedy.
Don's reaction was hilarious. Bro.
He's always comedy, bro.
He just started looking about like, what the fuck?
In my personal opinion, you're in a 2v1. You know where he is because he just got a snipe onto John. Just hold your lane and challenge it. Like, he's not gonna come around the corner and collateral you guys. You know, like, you just use your numbers and.
It was super unlucky that Tom got sniped, to be honest. Like,
I mean, hey, listen, we got to give credit to Nasty. That is one of those clutches where it's not really a Paris troll. It's more just, wow, Nasty just clutched up. Then he goes fucking rogue, Nasty. He's going off a streak. He said, fuck it. He just runs at him.
No, I do respect that play.
I respect it, too. It's almost like a heat check, right? A little heat check out of him.
I respect it. When he started doing it, in my head, I was thinking, I like this because, like, if he runs it and gets that kill, he's going to, like, 9 times out of 10, we're going to lose the round because it's a 4v2. If he gets away with a streak, like, the game's changed. Like, the game's different. He just choked his shots.
Yeah. No, I agree. Just great individual play out of Nasty. Gizmo was back into the lineup today, Trey. What was it like playing with Gizmo? With him not really being around the last week? I know he had some problems. He had to go back home. Hopefully everything's okay with him now.
Yeah, everything's sweet now. Everything's sweet.
He was making plays later on in the series.
Like I said, that guy is... Like, the fact we got top 3 with him, like, he was, like, a walking 1.3, 1.4 in our online games, and then he comes to the event, and, like, he has a 0.9, like, and to get top 3 when that's happening, like, just proves how good our team is, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, as a core,
Resilient?
you know? Yeah, like, as a core, like, we aren't just a one-man show. Like, we are good teamwork, and we know what we're doing on the map, regardless of KDs or anything like that.
Yeah, I want to highlight this play from Paris. I thought this was a really good strategy coming out of them on this defensive side. We know the defensive side is probably a disadvantage, right? It's just worse to be on a defense. We can all agree on that. Offense pretty much has map control, but they do a 4 mid stack here. They all throw their attacks over mid map. What that does is slow down London. Number 4, that's going to be Afro. He gets pegged, so he's going to have to stay down. Jimbo gets so aggressive. I just like the confidence. The kid comes out with a 0.49 in his debut, but he didn't disappoint today, especially going to the second map. He runs right up the middle of the map. Good tack usage out of Paris. He's able to find 2. Instantly becomes a 4v1 situation within 10 seconds. I feel like after this round, it pretty much solidified their map win here. So it's a really good heads-up play. We haven't seen many people execute mid-hits like that very well. So I just think good tack usage from Paris. Maybe you guys should write that down for your rank play strats. You know, I'm going to be using that. I'm going to be yelling at my teammates to throw their attacks over, and I'm going to be hitting main. Reminds me of London Docks. I know Ben's not here. He might be here. I don't know if Ben's here. But we used to do that on London Docks in World War II. We throw all our shit over the building. We just hit mid-map, and it worked flawlessly every time. So good strat there out of Paris. I wanted to give them a little highlight there. And then John ends up closing it out in a 1v1. It comes down to a clutch. And John was able to close it out. He gets that B bomb down. He plays this 1v1 really good. I like how he separated from himself from Nasty. He was able to find some space to get the bomb down. And then he just plays his time. He doesn't run around. He doesn't do anything crazy. He plays a little creddy spot. And John was able to clutch up the 1v1 here. So just good plays coming out of John. Paris, they go up 2-0. Trey, I'm not going to lie. I said, oh, shit. I said London's coming back. Maybe they're a little slow right now because Gizmo hasn't been around. They haven't been practicing. Paris looked a lot better. But then you guys just flipped the switch, Trey. What were the comms like going into this third map?
Like I said, bro, we were laughing. Like,
we just having fun.
We know how good we are. Like, it shouldn't be down to going 2-0 down to like start actually playing like we know we can.
Yeah.
But it's what happened, and I said it in my tweet, Tom. It's a character building session, you know. The fact that we've gone to 3 game 5s or 4 game 5s, and I don't think we've lost one is like really good considering, like, you know, rookies, you know, whatever. Like, what, we're 3-0?
Yeah, in game 5s.
There you go.
There you go, Trey boy. You guys are icy, huh?
It's ice.
It just means that you know, if we do get to a situation like a game 5, regardless how much of a grueler the series is, reverse sweep, 1-1-2, 1-2-2, like,
yeah,
we know we can do it because we've done it 3 times before.
Yep. And Trey, you guys come out hot. You guys swiped this control 3-0. You guys win 2 offensive rounds. I just love how you guys work ring control when you have to get that B point. Typical start of the round from Gravitude control, right? You get the A point. Now you got to work kills. You got to try and figure out a way to get this B point. You guys don't get impatient. You guys don't take long routes or anything. You focus on that ring control. You play for this guy in your spawn. You guys end up killing him. And then once you guys have this ring control, I mean, you guys are the best team in the game right now when you're at this B point, in my personal opinion. Pat, Josiah, I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I feel like London capitalizes on his B points so much.
I agree. They are gross, but Legion's 2-8 in control. This is a pretty bad control team, and I'm not trying to take away anything from how good Ravens are.
Yep.
But I do think you know, it's hard for me to give a lot of credit when they're playing a pretty weak control team. But I do agree they are a dominant team at B.
I will say a lot of our control losses that we have on this map, especially, which is probably why, you know, Pat is resilient to say like we are the best, is they have been, and I know Pat knows and seen it as well, like they have been a lot of chokes. Like they have been the worst chokes I've ever seen. Like 2-0 up versus LAG, boom, lose 3-2. 2-0 up versus New York, boom, lose 3-2. So, you know, we're probably the best like B team in the game. Like, if you want to say that.
That's what I was going to say. I feel like you guys, every time I watch you guys, it looks so smooth. Like when you guys work B, it just seems like everyone knows what they're doing. You guys have a little system of how to work it. It always seems to work out for you guys. You guys are just
disciplined too. You're super disciplined. Nobody tries to push up or make a stupid play. Everybody's holding their lanes, holding their crossfires. You guys are definitely communicating on who has what needs to be looked at. And you guys funnel them. I mean, look at the life advantage. Paris doesn't have an answer. They can't kill you. The only thing Paris can rely on right now is hitting their attacks and getting them off B.
I will say this though, the energy compared to this map, compared to the other 2 maps, was like polar opposite. It was something like you would never see before. It was like, right, we don't want to lose this.
Yeah.
Like we're not going out 3-0 like this. This is unbelievable. Like how bad we're playing. Like we need to turn up right now.
Yeah, we got a listening coming in from Paris. They were up 2-0. They went down 0-1 in the control. Let's see how these guys sound.
First cut got me. First
cut on dead to him. Try. You top third.
Play the fuck out of your life.
Yeah, one top third. You push up for
top
ring.
third, nasty. One shot.
Ring pushed up for stairs. Watch out.
And top stairs. Nice. One more
top right.
Gizmo
top right. Dead.
Nice.
Gizmo top right. Gizmo top right. Found Nate top right.
One shot. He's one shot. He's behind their stairs.
He's still channeling, bro. He's right side. Hit him. Good job. We can still do this.
There's gonna be another one top boat. Yo, he's our tank.
He's our low cliff.
And low cliff.
That's our tank.
Our tank.
One shot.
Still there.
Mid tank, bro. Mid tank. I'm one shot. I'm trying to. He's ring nasty.
Yeah, I don't see Afro here.
He's ring nasty.
My front cliff dead.
Nice. One more low cliff.
One shot.
I don't see low cliff. Low cliff dead.
Two.
Could be in radio. Could be on mid door. Mid door.
What's up?
Dead.
We're missing one. Okay.
He's our tank.
We do.
One shot. Dead.
Nice. I'm pushing up the cage. Okay.
I'm playing kills as well.
Okay, so you could tell maybe frustrations are, I mean, to be fair, they go into a listening when Paris Legion is in the spawn trap on Gabba 2 control, you know? So they're kind of going through the motions a little bit. They're probably losing it. But at least they stuck with it. They got into that 8-point, but, I mean, Afro, again, just making plays. He makes plays on plays on plays, this kid. Super aggressive. I mean, Trey, you could probably talk all day about this kid, about Afro, about Marcus.
I could talk all day about all three of them, to be honest. Like, Marcus is one of the most raw gun skills I've seen. But Byron's severely underrated on our team. I think when we had Paul in, it actually showed how good he was. And like Joey, we all know how good Joey is. Yeah. We don't have to gas him anymore. So
the whole team is good. I mean, Afro just right there was able to close out the defense by just sneaking himself into bow. He's just such a good job. He does a good job at finding gaps. He's really aggressive and he reads the map really well. He just knows when to hit. He knows when to play aggressive. Knows when to slow down. I think it's something that a lot of sub players they lack. You know, they lack those timings and that awareness, right, and what routes to take. Afro, to me, he's fundamentally sound. He's constantly being a nuisance, being the thorn in the side of whoever the hell you guys are playing. So really good plays out of him. Again, you guys are on the offensive side. You guys, again, look, you don't even have the 8-point, but what are you guys doing? Pushing towards that B side. You guys never stop that pressure over to B side. You guys win the fight's ring. Once you guys get in here and start working some kills and draining the lives down, slowing down the clock, I thought this one was over. I mean
we just try and make it fun for the flank, Tom, to be honest, because I know how much you find, you know, being a snore first, controlling. Yeah,
this was a good one, Trey.
I was just trying to do it for you, Tom, so you got some good content.
I mean, I just look at the build up. I mean, we could watch it again. You can see London. They're holding each other's hands. They're watching each other's crosses. Yeah, people picking up pinches. I mean, this is just completely flawless. You can see John. He's trying to work a pinch. But you guys pick up on it. You guys know that times went by. You know, somebody needs to pick up the flank. Once you kill him on the flank, I pretty much think it's a wrap. The only thing you could do to kind of defend this B bomb site, once you guys are here, not B bomb site, but the B site, once you guys are on this point, the only thing Paris can do is hit tax and try and hit some shots coming through the front, but somebody's going to have to try and take a long round pinch. But if you guys are picking up on it and picking up those kills, good heads up play from you guys, it's all she wrote. You guys get into the site and take it.
Without giving it away, Trey, what do you think makes you guys so good at B? Like, without giving away any strats or whatever.
I honestly, there's no like actual plan to it, to be honest. Like I feel like you play B the same as you do in hardpoint. Yeah. You know, you don't have to push up. You don't have to do anything crazy. As long as you got someone in the tank trying to finesse nades and everything like that, they have to come to you. And especially on control, like if you lose B, like it's looking slow. Yeah.
You guys get B first, and then at that point, I mean, you have a minute on the clock to get A. You guys just stay patient and get the kills and get onto A. It was nothing too crazy. I mean, with the 8-point, it's so easy to get because if you get 2 or 3 dead, they're spawning deep. You know, like they're kind of deep from the point, so it allows you guys to get onto that 8-point, kind of stop the clock, and just continually just drain those lives down. It started with you, Trey, right here. Gizmo gets one. You pick up a big one-on-one gunfight in the boat. And then it was just a mix fest. Non-stop trades are going down. Afro pushes out front. You guys are all going nuts. You can see Gizmo. He gets that cut mid-map. Really good plays out of him. I like how he pushes out mid, pretty much locks it down. And if you're Gizmo, you say, hey, guys, I got everything. You know, stay down. Play corners. Hold your lanes.
He was just screaming that spawn in alley. I've got everything else.
Yeah, like, and that makes it easier. When you have a teammate who's pushing out cuts like that and he's giving you so much information, it just makes the game that much easier. So really good heads-up play out of London and Gizmo and the boys. They end up finally winning a map. They were down 2-0. Now you guys want a map. Maybe a little momentum switch, Trey, as we go into the Tuscan hard point. You guys must have been feeling good here.
Like I said, Tom, we were like the energy in that control and onwards was completely different to how it was first map and second map. I think you can kind of tell in the gameplay as well.
Yeah, I think it starts off a little back and forth, but once it gets to the P4s and the P5s, you guys just take a commending lead. I mean, you guys were able to chain a couple hills together. It started here with this P3. This one gets a little mixy just because you guys keep hitting your grenades, Trey. I mean, you guys had those tacks on point. You guys were able to throw your tacks over. You were able to get them off the hill. And then at that point, You're just doing the best you can to keep the hill white. I mean, you don't have rotation. That's all you're trying to do, right? Just be a nuisance and stop the clock.
You know me, Tom. I'm a tactical preacher.
Yeah, you are, Trey. You're one of the best tacticals in the game.
Get these stuns and nades thrown.
No, good job. You guys all stormed to that right side. You guys team up on your tacs. You guys all throw them together. So pretty much a tie game here. You guys were able to just make that a mix fest. Going into that P3. That once you go into the P4, I mean, you guys just turn up into another gear here. You guys go rogue. Jimbo finds a couple kills, I knew, but you guys break into this one easy.
I was surprised at some of the overchows they were doing for us here.
This is what I was going to say. I wanted to break down this hill right here because this is where kind of the switch was in this map. Paris do a great job breaking in. They get the kills as Jimbo finds 2. John finds a couple. The kill feed is all white.
You watched my arrow. Like, I was kind of like shocked at some of the... Because they just broke us. And then I got like a free 2-piece for free.
I mean, look at this. I mean, look. So it's a clean dead. You guys are spawning in the back. Look at number 6, John. He gets tagged, but he gets away. He jumps back out right there. Boom. He jumps at you, Trey, like he's fucking God himself. He ends up falling. Maybe you want to see John play his life there a little bit, Pat. What do you think? He just kind of jumps at him. This could be a really good hold for Paris.
I think this is like that
Jimbo Overchow
style of play, right? Was like where when it works, it really works, but when it doesn't, you just look stupid. And I think that's kind of like this how this Paris team is wanting to play now since the beginning of the game. And I think that's why they got Jimbo, right? They wanted more aggression. But it's something that, like, if the other team is aware that you're challenging like that, and especially when you're weak and stuff like that, like, it's just going to bite you in the ass, and you're going to give away free setups like that. They literally had a chance to just have a perfect free setup after getting 4 dead and just decided to chow for no reason.
Play your corners, hold your lanes, make it difficult for London to break on in. I mean, Trey just said it himself. I don't know. I got a free 2-piece. He just jumped at me.
We talked about it too, and if you look, like right before they John chowed, I think Temp died, even though it was like across the map. A lot of players do this now in like this pace of COD, where if one of their teammate falls, they like instinctively think they need to make a play. Whereas you're right, like pick a corner and guarantee a 1 kill, and it's most likely going to be the better play.
Yeah, so just good job. London obviously build their lead, but Paris, they were able to bring this one back a little bit. As we fast forward through this, you can see London was able to lock down most of that time, so they get themselves a pretty good lead here. They're up for about 60 points here. Paris, they had that early P1 rotation. I like how they got there early, right? Playing their fundamentals right. They're holding their lanes. They end up getting a clean wipe. They realize the flip is in. Paris need to make sure that they lock down some serious time here. We have a listening from the London Royal Ravens. Let's see how they were calming.
Got any weak? One's there, backside now. They're backside of hill.
He's switching now. John, Trey. He dropped down low, okay?
That's on the back. Shot on top, Trey, I think.
Okay, nade on me.
Spawned on a nade.
On
the church.
They're dead. Out, mid. That's weaker.
And one time. 1 mid.
Might be pinch, John.
Did you go? No, he's got me, bro. He's still behind the block. Give us
one more
good pinch from John there.
Watch out,
mid. Flash up on block.
Got me. You went out to left. Went out to left, Marcus. Under church.
Last side.
Ready?
Drop on the block.
Top, Jimbo. You got the ladder on you.
No,
let's go to new.
Back right side. Why aren't you playing that with me? One's back right. One's close to you, I'm pretty sure. Pushing out comes. He could be church.
Oh, outside you.
Okay,
I'm backing up my back.
Last person get Tom. I get you comms. Hold front.
Okay, fine.
Leave church. Leave fucking church. We're good. Have you comms now, okay?
You got plat?
Yeah, I have maps.
You have comms, yeah, fully?
Yeah.
Bomb church.
On the back of me, Jimbo.
Bomb church, went top church, I think.
there's 2 around the back.
I'm actually going to mute you guys here because I want to break this down. Paris decided to break this P2 going all the way around the back, which, you know, sometimes you see people working through church and working through green. I wasn't sure how this is going to work, but it ended up working out for them because they just won all the fights. Trey, do you guys think you maybe should have held on here? Because this was a big break from Paris. I feel like you guys could have blew this game out of the water right here. But Paris were able to find some kills coming around through the back.
Nah, this was my fault too.
You think so?
You see where I'm in church?
Yeah.
Marcus was screaming at me to come get ramp, and I was like, bro, should I just pinch? And then he said, no, come get ramp. And then Byron said, yeah, and then I just didn't listen to Marcus.
So the communication, once again, chat, from the London Royal Ravens.
No, that's on me. I thought a better play would be pinching because we're up time. So if I go and get spawns and flank them as well, then we can get the time and spawn them out to like blow the game out a bit more.
Yeah,
I should have just went ramp. And then off the first play, I just overchowed.
It was a good play from Paris. They hold each other's hands. They work the trades around the back. Every time I see a team go around the back tray, I just feel like they get funneled. And you get the information, and teams just sit plat and sit radio, and they just hold their L triggers. And now the spawns are flipped, and you're still getting time, and Paris is getting a back spawn now. You know what I'm saying? But they end up getting the kills, and it works out for them. They get the kills. They're able to break on in. That's the only reason why they were able to keep this map close right there from that P3 break. Or P2 break, excuse me. And then we go over to the P3 over here. You guys are set up, ready to go. Trey, you're trying to stay alive. Fucking.
Yeah. Look, Tom, no snaking from me.
No, well, Trey, you're somewhat snaking. Yeah, okay, Trey.
Wait, what? No snakes there, Tom. You know that. I didn't snake. I got loads of tweets saying respectfully did not snake.
Yep. You were trying to snake, though.
No, what? How
What's this right here? Boom, look. Well, I mean, to be fair, you're getting shot at. I mean, this is just like, you can't do anything
I
here.
didn't snake once. I'm trying to stay alive, Tom. I got 6 HP.
Well, Trey, what the fuck are you doing? Snake it.
No, I am. Next time.
Yeah, snake.
Respectfully.
Yo, Trey, what are you doing? Trey, what are you doing? Snake the fucking thing.
You see what it is, Tom? I sit there and think, bro, would these do it to me? And I'm like, I'm not going to be a dickhead. But no,
I mean, that was typical, Trey. That was typical play.
Typical.
That was typical play.
Next time in that situation, fuck everybody.
Nah, I mean, that was... think about it, Trey. You're setting an example, bro. That was typical.
Yeah, but the example doesn't matter when people don't care about me.
Well, imagine that the next time we watch FaZe play, Cellian makes that exact same play.
No, I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think that's going to happen. Respectfully, I don't think that's going to happen.
No, I don't think so, Pat.
Listen, I'm just saying, bro. It might. You never know. He might have set an example.
And then here we go again with fucking Afro going nuts. He's sliding around. Paris actually locked down a lot of this, and they bring it back. It was Gizmo who makes a fucking crazy play towards the end of this game. I don't know if you watched it back, Trey, or saw what he was doing.
I heard him.
And again, Paris again, just kind of letting this one go. They have all guys around Church. I mean, this is like a really good 35 seconds they can soak up here. And John even slides out. He gets Afro. Gizmo gets to kill Church, and that you guys, Paris just can't die like from side door like that. They're getting picked from side door. I mean, they got to stay down in hill. Maybe Paris got to pick some better spots there, but what do you think, Pat? A little collapse there from Paris? Right there, I feel like they got to lock that down, Pat. They got to lock down the rest of this time. They end up getting picked from side door. They get two-piece by Nasty side door.
I agree with you, but something to keep in mind, Tom, is this is the London Royal Ravens we're talking about,
one of the base-breaking teams in the game.
That's kind of, I mean, we kind of discredit Paris here because of their play on this hill, but yeah, I mean, I think London's just really good at breaking.
And then they break that. London, they do a good job. Again, just trying to hold on to that lead. We get into the P5 and Mod on. Was this a fucking mix fest? Look at this. Trades are coming in. People are flying nades, tags, stun grenades. It just never stops. London gets in there for about a good 5 seconds, 10 seconds on this hill, and you're already doing better than most teams, you know? Then Paris, they come breaking in. Just a super mix fest. I mean, you can see Paris breaks in and London breaks in, and it's going back and forth.
John absolutely smoked my shit for this break.
He smoked the shit, Trey.
He absolutely took me off one of the greatest headies of all time. And then after the game, I said, yo, John might...
is gross.
I said, John might have one of the best snapshots in the game.
Yeah, and then this is where just Gizmo's able to turn up here. So Afro, he tries to make a play on the pinch. He ends up going down. Trey, you open it up with a blood on your side of the hill. I feel like that was a big kill right there, just to get control of at least one side. You have a guy pinching mid. He's trying to make a play, but just look at the heads-up play out of Gizmo off the spawn, right? I want to highlight this because you don't see a lot of people doing shit like this. You see London, they all spawn in the back, but what does Gizmo do? Okay, he takes his time. He thinks about the route. He's not in a panic, okay? He knows Paris could win here on this next hard point, but... he stays relaxed. He hits a long route. You see him going all the way around the right. Look at him go. He's running a fucking marathon. He's going to cut back through green, and this is just going to be a thorn in the side of Paris. I mean, Gizmo just opens it up for you guys. You guys are trying the best you can to stay alive.
Play, by the way, I didn't know he'd done this.
Typical. He goes around, gets two, then watch this, Trey. Slides into you. He breaks his fucking nose. He punches him in the mouth.
As well, Tom. He would do it in real life.
Yeah, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Nobody fucking pressed this guy IRL. Because look at this. He's sliding around, and after that, I mean, he gets 3 or 4 now. Look, you guys are in the hard point. You're holding your crossfires. He opens it up for you guys. Nasty does a great job staying alive, buying time for you guys. You guys keep flooding onto that hill, and Paris don't have an answer for that. So really good heads-up play out of Gizmo. Had to write that one down because, you know, that's tippable out of Mr. Gizmo. Really, really good plays there. So he ends up making a route. Donnie's losing full. He takes the headset off. We're going to a last map. And then we go into what was it? A boat cage. A boat cage S&D. We're going to a boat cage fucking search.
I will say this, though. It's an absolute pleasure being able to team with people that can just take over at any moment.
I mean, Trey, I'm going to be honest with you. You guys took over. All you guys took over in this last map. You guys go up, what, 5-0, no?
This was a clinic. Yeah, we kept saying it was a big round after big round. Remember, Tom?
yeah. So we were sitting here, and you guys were up 5-0, and we're like, okay, listen, the full sale could be in. They just got to win this round and make it 5-1. If they win the next round, bring it back 2-5. They could bring it to 3-5.
It got to 5-3, and I was like, fucking hell.
Yeah, when it got to 5-3, Trey, I was a little nervous. I'm not going to lie to you.
I was like, all right, boys, best close it out now. What do you want to
do? Yeah, I was a little nervous, but you guys were able to close it out. But Pat, Josiah, talk to me, even Trey. What do you think is a good plan on this map? I see a lot of people headbutting that A site. I see a lot of teams trying to play slow, maybe spreading out the map a little bit, working picks. I just feel like shit gets hectic in there on that A site.
Listen, Tom, you are asking the wrong guy. And sorry, Pat, to cut you off, but you're asking the wrong guy. Look where I am on the map, Tom. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, you're playing on an island, Trey. That's what you do, Trey. You just do your own thing.
For this Paris team, the best way to play this map is to veto it. Get it out this series.
Freddy boy.
They've played it twice now. We've watched them play two game 5 versus Minnesota and now London. Like, they haven't looked good. Even just like something going to that first round, like you watch John get blooded. John's watching front grannies and he's watching the A bomb cross. Like, I know he has teammates around him, but like, I don't know. I swear you don't see other teams do like a setup like that where that guy who's watching cross has to focus his front grannies just because there's so many timings that could happen. Like, I don't know. I feel like their setups are lackluster all over the place.
Listen, we start the map with Trey Boy Cardi with a 2-piece McChicken, right? He ends up beating the fuck out of this guy. He punches him down.
I got extremely hyped after that as well.
Yeah, that was a really good play. And then look at Afro in the next round. This guy's finding gaps again. Bro, he's not afraid to make a play, and I love that. I mean, he throws shimmies over to the left side of the map, doesn't see anything, and he says, you know what, fella? I'm going to hit this left side. Okay?
He says that?
It's what he's saying. Hey, you know what, fella? I'm going to hit this left side.
He does not say fella. I'm the only one that says fella.
Okay.
Well, Afro hits the left side. He finds a gap, and now, look, he's in their fucking barn. I mean, Tom Gravity gets caught with his pants down. As soon as Tom dies, he's probably like, oh, my God, he's behind us. Afro finds 2. That opens it up, and just like that, you guys are rolling through Paris. Fast, Trey, fast. These rounds were going by. I was fucking blinking. I couldn't even go up to take a leak. These maps are going by quick as fuck. Maybe a little preparation, Trey, going into it. Into the boat cage, indeed. You guys do any VOD research or anything?
No.
Just kind of playing your game, just going with the flow.
This is boat cage, Tom. You have to play your game.
Yeah.
You know...
I mean, look at this, Trey. You're rolling through them. The next offense, you guys rush plan A. You don't hesitate. You just run into the bomb site.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm like, yeah, I got your pinch. Yeah, I got your mid. Like, I don't know what's going on, Tom. They're just going rogue. Look at that, Tom. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Trey, they're going nuts, Trey. They're going nuts. I mean, when you got a team like this, what are you going to do? You might as well play on an island.
One round at a time. Win the next one, win the game.
And right here, Afro with another first blood and stays alive. He plays his life, stays alive with his life. Just good plays. It forces Paris to back on in. Paris tried to do an A rush like you guys are doing. They get it shut down. They have no other choice just to back up there. So Jimbo is able to find 1. Makes it a 3v3. Now look at this from London. A little 3-man rap. A little choo-choo train. Choo-choo. Look at you guys go. All the way around the left. Maybe an OpTic Texas strat here. That OpTic did on Tuscan. Remember they did the 3-man rap in the grand final? Yeah. And Shotzi hit the rap. Got a 3-piece. Reminded me of that a little bit, but on boat cage. Really good heads-up play. Super decisive, Pat. As they just hit, yeah, they don't hesitate. They say, you know what, group up, let's hit this left side of the map. Trey, who made the play call? Who made the play call mid map?
Listen, it was even Astio Marcus. I don't like. Everyone thinks I'm some sort of like mastermind play caller. I don't really call plays like that. Like my IGL is like hard point control, calming them down. Like these guys are the S&D masterminds. I'm the island player. Whatever they want me to do, I do. I always win my ones. It's a given.
Good plays out of you guys, man. What happened, Pat?
No, I just said it's a given.
Oh, it's a given. Hey, it's a fucking given. And then you guys, again, you guys just work picks. Jimbo was able to find a good first blood, but you guys make it a 2v2 situation. Well, it was a 3v2. Nastians are getting picked. Now it's a 2v2. And Paris here, I mean, they got to stay together here. It's a 2v2 situation. They're buddied up. You got one guy in the back of the spawn and one guy trying to hit tunnel. I mean, stay together there. You guys, you honestly, they could have worked a 2v1 right there. Got the kill. John, luckily, was able to find the trade. Makes it a 1v1 situation. But right here, Trey boy, you're not having it. You're able to win the one-on-one gunfight.
I win my ones.
You win your ones, Trey. You win your fucking ones. So good job, man. Good job. London go up a lot right off the rip. It was all.
It's a running gimmick in our team. I always say it when we play S&D practice. I just say I never win my ones, Joe. I never lose my ones, Joey. Never.
I like that, Trey boy. Super icy in the clutch. You win the 1v1, and now Paris, they start winning some rounds here. They get some pity rounds. You guys give them like 3 rounds, right? They get 3 rounds, but then you guys are able to close it out. Full Sail was not in today. Me and Josiah were going a little crazy once it hit 3-5. I think we're like, okay, holy shit, is the Full Sail in? But you guys do a good job of closing this one out. I think Paris just adapted a little bit. They started playing like fuck it rounds. You know what I'm saying? They're down 0-5. They start doing just stupid shit.
We threw in a couple crazy rounds too. Like we're 5-0 up. We were trying to rush. We were trying to rush some things. I don't know if you saw any of the strats.
Well, everybody does.
Yeah, that's what everybody does. Yeah.
Baby.
We said that when we were 5-0 up, they're gonna do something crazy back to us. So we thought, you know what, let's try and counter it, and they didn't do anything crazy really. They just waited for us. So
man, good place, Trey. You guys get the A bomb down, and then it's a wrap after this. Paris can't do anything about it.
Bro, I wish you could hear our comms. They are hilarious. Byron's like, "Can you check bomb?" I'm like, "Yeah," and I can't break the wooden back to go. Check
don't even
bomb.
get me started, bro.
So I'm screaming. So you see when Byron gets that first blood right there? Yeah. He wasn't even meant to. I said to him I couldn't get bomb. And he was like, "Oh fuck it, I'll get it then."
He ran at him.
I was screaming, "Byron, I can't break this wood. I can't break it." I'm just sat there smacking it, running into it. I can't break it. I've not got bomb. He goes, "Fire, fuck it, I'll check it then." Then he gets a kill with it.
Good plays, Trey. It's good plays out of you guys. You guys come back and you get the reverse sweep and you do what you got to do. So congratulations to you guys. I think it was a really good series overall. Was really impressed by the S&D play there and on the last boat cage S&D. But we got another series to talk about now. All right, we got Seattle Surge going up against OpTic Texas. Pat, I want to let you start this one off. What's the matter, Pat? What's the matter?
Let's just listen real quick before we get into it. Let's just scroll to the end of the map 1 stats, real fast.
Well, you don't want to take a look at the videos, Pat?
I mean,
we got a boat cage, Tuscan.
Who won the coin flip here? I forgot how to tell.
Probably OpTic, I'm guessing.
Okay. So
I feel like Seattle would have picked a Gavitude control if they won the coin flip. No, so OpTic had to have won it here.
Yeah, true. Okay, so Seattle bans Gavutu, which okay, whatever. I guess OpTic's been playing really well on that map. They leave in boat cage. OpTic obviously picks boat cage map 1, but as we saw, Tom. And we'll get into it.
Here you go, Pat. Here's the scoreboard for you. Now you're waiting for after map 1.
So there was one thing I said not too long ago.
Tony
boy, what's happening? What's up, Zenny?
Nice prediction today.
Thank you, man. Congratulations. You proved us wrong, Tony.
Nice prediction.
Yeah, nice prediction, both.
He was being sarcastic because
it was a good prediction. Yeah, Minnesota was the favorite team.
I had you winning, Zen.
Yeah, they were favored, all right.
Anyway, bro, let's get Sib and Pred. Well, we've been saying it. When these guys fry, this Seattle team will win. The bottom line is these guys don't fry that much. They just don't.
But the thing is, Paz, they just beat Atlanta FaZe, and now they're frying OpTic Texas off the rip. I mean, they end up losing the series, but
come on.
I just don't think they're as bad as you think they are, Pat.
I think they're worse than you think they are, if you know what I'm saying. But it's a common theme with this team is when those two guys fry, they win the series.
But Lamar and Mac is the best player on the team in my opinion, and Lamar's been frying.
But Mac is consistently good. That's why he's the best player on this team.
You don't think Pred and Dante can find consistency in their play as it goes by? No, you're crazy, Pat. You're nuts.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Are we delusional? Mac has not been the best player on his team.
I disagree. He's been the most consistent by far.
By far the most consistent player on this team.
Tony, what are you out of your fucking mind, Tony?
Bro, Sib goes from 1.5 to a 0.6.
7 to 8 games.
I think Mac is gross. Maybe I'm tripping.
Who are you gonna call the best? Tell me and say Sib, please.
Never mind, I'm wrong. I'm an open-minded guy. I can admit when I'm wrong.
I think Mac's been their most consistent
in the last 7 games for sure.
Sorry.
And Jerry, I'm really glad you brought that up. Of their last 7 games, by the way, they're 1-6. 1-6.
Wow.
And we're still, oh my God, the Seattle Surge are gonna be so good. No, they suck. Well, they gotta blow it up. They beat FaZe. Whatever.
Blow it up, Pat. Who you replacing on the team? You blowing it up. They played OpTic good today. They played OpTic good today. They beat Atlanta FaZe last week. They started off the year good during the kickoff. I mean, they've had a lot of highlights to take away from the year so far.
But to me, Tom, since the kickoff, I ain't seen nothing out of them.
Well, they beat Atlanta FaZe last week, Pat.
Oh my! Here we go. We gotta drop that at some point. Atlanta was just off. They had a bad day.
So Pat, if you're gonna blow it up, what are you doing with the team?
I don't even know, Tom. That's the thing. Usually when I say blow it up, I have a pretty good game plan for what I want to see the team do. But this team's just weird, right? Because fundamentally, I don't think they're a bad team by any means. But they just their talent is just so hit or miss. And Pat, in a league this competitive, you can't be hit or miss.
Yo, Pat, you talking shit, bro?
Dude, Zim, that's not a good one, bro. Not the right time.
You talking shit right now.
Listen, that's Pred, ladies and gentlemen, or Zinni, or whoever the fuck you want to call it. But I think
Pred, man. I just got back.
I'm gonna be honest. OpTic started slow here. Seth started too slow. You can even read his lips at the end of the map. I think he said it himself that he just came out way too slow. Him and Shotzi were kind of getting worked on Boat Cage, and maybe things just weren't going their way. I feel like Boat Cage is one of those maps where maybe timings and shit just aren't feeling right. You can get put into a blunder fast, is what I'm trying to say.
Can I just say this, by the way? The ending stats to this whole series: 4 people had over 200 interactions.
Jesus Christ!
Boat Cage needs to be exploded.
It is a fun map to watch.
Oh
though.
yeah, for the viewers. Yeah,
for the viewers, I mean,
it's absolutely whack.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Chaos.
I don't mind watching teams like this go at it on Boat Cage Hardpoint. I definitely think there's still fundamentals that you have to do on Boat Cage. I mean, it's not just running around. You're throwing out all fundamentals on this map, Trey? You're saying there's no rotations, no nothing?
I think if 4 people are running gunning together, there's a big chance they just win. I can't lie.
Well, maybe you're right, Trey. Maybe you're right. I mean,
maybe I just suck at the map to say it, but I know this map just isn't good.
Well, one thing I will say, if you're an OpTic fan, to take away, I mean, you're getting pummeled in the slaying department, but they end up keeping this one pretty close. Even when they're getting outslayed to the max, I mean, Seattle are building a really big lead right now, but OpTic's able to bring it back on this second rotation a little bit. They get a lot of time here pushing P1 and working some flips. We have a listening from Seattle Surge. I say we go in and tune in and see how these guys are calming during this OpTic series. Let's give it a listen. Come on.
No, top Seth. He's got nerd, I think.
I'm trying to play for time. Stop. Reloading.
That's good time, guys.
One right. Chow gate. A plat and hole. A plat and hole in camo.
Heard that. Dead.
A plat. They're both by the
thing. I can challenge him. I'm one shot. One could have went through left.
On time somewhere.
Barn dead.
Dash your water tank probably, right?
Yeah, I don't see him. A plat dead. I'm holding tank right now. You think you stop. Tab out.
Pick up right off spawn.
I'm holding low.
I'm in the back.
Dash, you're dead. One more time.
In the back.
In hot, let's go. Oh my god. I'm pushing up water.
I'm looking back right.
Yeah, someone's getting in. I'm pushing water. Push to the right. I'm missing it. And could be back right.
I'm watching your back.
It's back right, I'm pretty sure.
I see him.
I'm flanking top house.
I see him in the back.
I'm flanking A plat.
Dead.
Trip. Bro, back right.
Dead. Nice. Bottom barn.
Nothing water tank.
He's down.
Hold water tank. I can see hold one shot. He's dead.
I'm looking bottom barn.
One is water tank.
Get some good nades. T2,
Close time.
Barn dead.
I need
T2
shots, one shot, one water tank, okay? T2 water tank, last guys.
Time guy was weak. I'm going top barn.
I'll kill the good time.
Water tank, weak.
Go 10. I can see from top barn.
T2 dead.
Nice.
Water tank dead. I got A plat.
I killed him.
Last guy missing right here. Nice.
I have a glide.
They're on you, you get time.
I'm pushing bottom house.
Low water, rat back.
Back house.
You went cam, I'm stunned you can challenge him.
You went back right.
He's stunned, challenge him.
I'm
behind me 10. Alright, Seth is on
the last guy.
Yep.
He ran away. I'm trying to play for him. I'm holding tunnel, reflake. Two, sets. Dead. A plat, Lamar.
Okay, so you could just tell. I mean, Seattle was hyped up. They built such a big lead in the first half of this game where I just felt like OpTic was just chasing the whole time. You know how it is on Boat Cage. When you have a big lead like this, it is very, very difficult to bring it back. But somehow OpTic did it. This was a really close match. This one went all the way down to the wire. OpTic was able to chain a few hills together in the second rotation. They had a big P4 hold or a big P4 break. Seattle was able to hold the P4 and kind of lock down some time. But what were your guys' thoughts on the map? Anything crazy? Anything that caught your eye other than just a fucking mix fest on Boat Cage?
I was just going to say, when Sib's frying.
Yeah,
his comms are like, you can tell when Sib's like feeling himself because his comms are there too. Like,
no, yeah, he's definitely
he's an unbelievable like confidence player as such. Like, like
Dashy
when that
was
guy's
the only
going
one.
off.
Dashy was the only one trying to get anything together in the beginning for OpTic. But look at this. I mean, OpTic are getting outslayed to the max here, and look, it's a 15-point game right now. So I don't know what was going on this map. I mean, every time they go to somebody's screen, it's just a complete mix fest. A lot of trades going down. You can see Seattle, they were able to break on into this P4, or excuse me, not P4. What fucking hill is this? Fucking no, this is P4 hill. They end up breaking into the P4. Seattle do a good job building upon their lead. I think this is pretty much where Seattle solidify it right here on the P4. This is the game changer for me. They're able to lock down most of this time. OpTic get in first. They end up working some kills, but Seattle just win all the fights here. Once they win all the fights here, you can see Scum trying to do everything he can to stay alive, but he's the last one up. Seattle do a good job waiting for each other. They push out those cuts. They get the kills. And at this point, once Seattle locks down all this time, this map was all she wrote, in my opinion. But other than that, just good overall play from Seattle.
Yeah, and I was going to say, I mean, they outslayed them by like 35 kills.
A lot.
And this game was still held pretty close, which, I mean, we've talked about that before, right? Where a team just is like massively outslaying but not dominating the game. Then it usually kind of tells you, who's the better team. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it kind of just feeds into that same theory, right? That like Seattle Surge is just so kill dominant and dependent in their games that they have to outslay to win. Like they just have to.
I felt like the only reason why the map was close too is because sometimes when Seattle they're getting so many kills, they weren't really thinking too much about the objective, right? Like they kind of just like lead the hill wide. They're kind of just going rogue, picking up kill after kill. It's very rare that you see teams lock down a lot of time on a hard point in this map because of how trade heavy it is, and how close people are spawning.
That's what I was gonna say to you about this map, Tom. Like Scum popped the 4-piece at the major or something like that and got 0 time, and it's the same. And that's the same for every hill.
But the best one was that the team got like a 4 dead, and the person was back in the hill in like 3 seconds. That was crazy.
I think that's just the bow cage effect. I feel like that, like Seattle played, like they outslayed by 30, whatever, but like. I don't know. I swear you could get like 10, 12 kills, get 15 seconds, and it like really doesn't mean too much. Like Seattle started out dominating. They're up like what 150 to 80. So I feel like I don't know. I'm always big on like if you're outslammed by that much, you should be winning. But I swear it's just this map because I feel like on any other map you're outslammed by 30, you're winning with ease.
Yeah, it's way harder on this map. Like 12 kills on one hill compared to like 8. Like let's say you get 12 kills on. I don't know, P2, you're just getting nade traded out of the hill, so you're not getting as much time compared to, let's say, if you get 12 kills in barn without dying or trading, like you're easily getting like 30, 40 seconds off that, easily.
Yep. I want to highlight this. I want to highlight this play from Shotzzy because right here, I mean, just looking at the mini map, Seattle do a great job staying composed because OpTic was getting so much time on that P1 when we went back to another P1 rotation. They were able to bring it all the way back somehow by just milking P1 time over and over again, just getting a lot of scraps. Shotzzy makes a great heads-up play here. I'm thinking Seattle's going to lock down this P2 and run away with this game. But look at the heads-up play out of Shotzzy here. He's going to let Mac run by him. He notices that Mac doesn't, he finds a gap. He lets Mac run by him. Good trigger discipline out of him. Ends up picking a big 2-piece on the hill. Able to open it up for OpTic. So I think right here is when I thought OpTic had a chance, because they didn't have, or because they were getting outslayed, I was like, okay, they're getting smoked. But one shot he makes this play, I'm like, holy shit. I could bring it back here. Luckily from Seattle, they had some streaks in the back pocket to work with, and that's where Slang can definitely help you out. I definitely think the streaks there kind of bailed them out a little bit. But that's why it's good to pick up that missile, because that's what it can be for you, right? Like a bailout in a way.
Does anyone know what the outslaying was on this? Because I didn't actually see this map.
I mean, 35. Pat said it was about 35 kills, which is, I mean, I don't know, 35 fucking kills, and you're winning by what, fucking 40, 50?
I think every single person on Seattle ended positive, I want to say. And Sib, I mean, obviously had an insane game. He ends up going like plus 18 or 19.
Which is what I'm saying. If you're an OpTic fan, I mean, they lost the map, but I mean, if you're getting outslayed by 30 plus kills and you're keeping it a one-hill game, I mean, it is Bocage, so, we like to double it. A 50-point lead is basically a 100-point lead. But
and OpTic is really good at this at Bocage, right? And so I didn't think about this, but going back to the vetoes, like Seattle picked Tuscan game 4 and OpTic picked Bocage game 1, but OpTic's also undefeated on Tuscan. So Seattle picked a map that OpTic's undefeated on, which, I mean, I can't like harp on it too much because I think this OpTic Texas team is a hard team to veto against in general. But still, I mean, when you think about it, like they vetoed Gavutu and picked OpTic's map that they're undefeated on, and let OpTic pick one of their best maps, like probably the second best team in the game at bow cage.
Yep. And then we get into another bow cage. We go into a bow cage S&D. First round, Seattle were able to get that A bomb down. It was a 3v4 when they did get it down. OpTic was able to find a pick. But OpTic just do a really good job working together and working those retakes. They were able to find, well, Pred ends up making a solo play, as we just saw. He ran top Grandma, was able to find 2. But Lamar's left in a 1v2 situation. OpTic do a good job sniffing out the rest of these kills. And just really patient here with 10 seconds left to go. OpTic double up on that bomb, so they use their numbers, and Scump's able to clean it up. They go up 1-0. I'm pretty sure OpTic go up 3-0 here, right? And then Seattle ends up winning 3 straight. So just another bow cage S&D where it's going back and forth. I thought OpTic was going to run away with this one, but then Seattle started bringing it back a little bit. See a lot of teams now starting to spread the map a little bit like this. See them trying to work a pick, maybe trying to see where they can open it up. OpTic do such a great job now with their mid-round situations, man. They're so much better. I don't know if you guys have picked up on it, but they're very patient.
Taking their time. Yeah, they take their time, and they really make sure they have
play for info.
The right game plan they want to make. Yeah.
This is a perfect round of just how they're slow playing it, and look at how they kill Dante here. I mean, they work together. They bait out his shots. They slide on in Scump, able to find the first blood, and now at that point, they don't make any mistakes here. They use their numbers again. They don't do anything by themselves. No individual plays coming in. They storm through the right side of the map. Use their numbers again. Lamar can't do anything when he sees 3 fucking guys. He's just gonna get shit on. And boom.
Tom, I feel like that's been the biggest strategy for this OpTic team in general in search now, is just limiting mistakes. That is how they play S&D to me. It seems that they're not like trying to be flashy playmakers. They're not trying to be like, get crazy bloods. I think they're really just focusing on limiting mistakes. I think they realize that if they can cut out the mistakes they make, they have so much talent on this roster that if they don't make mistakes, if they don't throw away rounds, they're gonna end up winning the rounds. Just off how much talent they have alone.
Yep. And then you see them win the defense. They go up 3-0 here, and then this is where things start to fall apart for OpTic. I mean, they end up winning the map, but Seattle was able to bring this one all the way back. What do you guys think about this spot? Did not know this was a thing till right now.
You know my opinion on it, Tom. I don't have to say anything more about it.
I mean,
they needed to put another plank on the wall.
That's what I said. They gotta put another fucking plank on the wall.
We are literally looking through walls at this point. Like, what are we doing?
I don't know. I didn't even know that. How long was that a thing, Trey? Do you guys know about that?
Thing for a while. Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Tom, it's a glitched wall, and we're using it. Like, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
That was interesting.
At what point, like? I know, I'm going back to Snake.
I mean, shit, they put the plank on the wall, but then someone just gets to swipe left and right while ADS to find out if a guy crosses. So it don't really matter if there's a hole in the wall.
Pat, listen, we're not scumbags over here. I'm snaking. Now we're scumbags.
Respectfully, of course.
No, disrespectfully. It is absurd what people have been doing. Like, and you know, it's the game. I can't even blame them. So now I'm snaking because we blame Vanguard.
Good individual play from Pred here. It's a 4v3 situation in favor of OpTic. They were able to find a blood on the defense. But Pred, because they're down in numbers, I feel like that gives him the green light to try and make a play. It's what a lot of people don't understand. I feel like the best time to try and make an individual play is when you have a disadvantage, is when you don't have the upper hand. So you got to try and make something happen. Goes a little rogue after the fact. I think Pred, he did a 2-piece, backed out of there, got on the A-bomb, and then he went a little bit rogue. Shotzzy gets a big 2-piece, makes it a 1-on-1 situation. It comes down to Dante and Brucey over here, and I think Dante, he plays it really well. He plants the bomb. He ends up doing a full wrap and a cool little angle here. I don't know if a lot of you guys noticed, but if you plant the bomb right here, towards this mid area, you can see that Dante can have a line of sight here using this window. So to me, good heads up play out of Dante. I feel like in a 1v1 situation, if you plant the bomb there, people got to start realizing that those double windows right there might be where he's at. You know, the little post plant setup, little 1v1s like that, I think are really crucial. So good plays out of Dante. He ends up winning the 1v1 shots. He almost clutched up the round with that 2-piece, but Brucey wasn't able to clutch up the 1. And then Seattle just goes back on a defense and ties it up at 3, right? I think this is where things really start to get really close here. It was a really good map. Dashy finds a blood. Seattle's trying to rush towards that A site. Don't see a lot of people going B. We saw it last week. People were starting to go B a lot more. You see OpTic kind of working it earlier in the round, slow playing it. But usually just a full stack onto A for the most part. Get that 2 control. You see Scumpy here playing in a little corner. Look, he's being a sneaky little beaver. Little individual play over here. He creaks the door open. He's able to take down Mac. So really good plays out of him. And then it's just the post plants here. I don't think anything Lamar can do. Shotzzy, little ninja defuse here. Can Lamar not see that, Trey? I know with the caster glitch, it's hard to see, but because of how they planted the bomb.
Yeah, I think Shotzzy stretched it. There's also a plank of wood there too, so I don't think he can see it now.
It's a good play at Shotzzy to stretch that defuse. And, you know, I'm surprised that they didn't bust down those walls there, because it's hard to see the site with the walls there. So maybe a round could have went to Seattle here if the wall was broken, because Lamar would have had a free kill on bomb, probably would have got out of there. But just a really good retake from OpTic. It started with Scump on that plat, just opening things up with a blood. Get into the next offense. Shotzzy finds a first blood, doing some crazy shit. Here he goes again. Look at him. He's like a little monkey in the middle of the map. He's climbing. And listen, how is Shotzzy doing this? Seriously, I fear Seattle. I don't know.
Or what? Like, I know Lamar, like, if you look at number 6 on the mini map, he was playing that elbow area.
I feel like this can't happen.
And I don't understand how this gap is allowed, honestly. It's nuts to me.
I mean, Dante was probably mind blown when he died. You know, he's probably said, what the fuck?
That's just gotta go, bro.
What, the hop up?
No.
He's
staring through the
crack spot.
Oh, the crack spot. Yeah, Dante's sitting there looking through a crack, and Shotzzy shoots him in the back. So, just a really good play from Shotzzy. I wanted to highlight that. I like the jump up spot there.
That actually looked comedy, bro. Like he's not opened the window, not opened anything, bro. He's just staring at a wall. Like, yeah. if you didn't know any better, you just think his controller's disconnected.
He's licking the wall, bro.
And then they end up going up 5-3, and then this is where Scump. I mean, you can see Dashy's using the same spot. You see Dashy using the same thing.
Oh yeah.
Looking through the crack, but Scump just makes a good heads up play. Seattle try and go over towards that B bomb site, and Scump just reads it perfectly. He's able to find 2, gets the guy off the bomb, and then guns Dante with a little bit of help from his teammate. He finds 3 to close out the round. So Scumpy taking care of business, as well as the rest of the team in the S&D. We're tied up at 1, folks. And then we head in to the control. A nice little Tuscan control, a nice little grueler. Back-to-back offensive round wins to start things off. We have
you're loving it today, Tom.
I know, we're getting offensive wins today. I love this shit. To be fair, when I was watching this, I even said I feel like OpTic are one of the best teams on Tuscan Control at getting this point, at getting this P point. They do such a great job working kills and just stacking, honestly. And they do a good job constantly stopping time. They always get somebody on that point to stop the clock. Gizmo, take it easy. All right, we can see over here, OpTic, they storm through church, they storm through front, and they just get the kills. They work together. They don't do anything by themselves. They hold each other's hands. They pick up the trades. That allows them to get into the site. And then once that happens, I mean, Pred is forced to make a play. Nothing Seattle can do other than just run at them. But they're out of lives now. I just think OpTic are just way too strong at stopping the clock and just pushing up and kill whoring. You know? It's just a really good play. Let's hop over into the next offense. This is where Seattle was able to clutch up. Back-to-back offense wins. I think Seattle pretty much looked exactly the same. Pat, Josiah, Trey, what were your thoughts on the map? Anything that comes to mind? What's wrong, Pat? What's wrong?
I hate control, man.
Why? Well, when are we going to takes, Trey? When is this shit moving? What's taking so long? I feel like that's such an easy fix. Because right now, it's a kill whore fest. It's a kill whore fest. That's just how you play it.
I'm sure we can't just do single updates. I'm pretty sure, like, when there's a big update for COD, we have to get it scheduled in with that.
It's not in the game, right? Not yet?
No, not yet. I thought it was in the game.
Hang on, I'll type it here.
I heard some rumors it's coming real soon. Yeah.
There you go.
What? Well, you put it in the chat?
I put it in the chat.
Okay. Well, listen, we are expecting it very soon, so just keep that in mind. I mean, we've heard that it was coming midway through Major 2. That's kind of what we've been talking about on the flank. Pretty much what you put in the chat is basically what we've been saying. So expect it to happen soon. We just really need to get this shit changed as fast as possible. Cause right now, control the way it's played, it sucks. I hate watching this shit sometimes. Seattle, they do a little bit they break that beat point a little bit differently than OpTic did. You can see them try and work it through church. This is what most teams do, in my opinion, to try and break this beat point. They flood through church. They get top green control, and they work the kills, and then they just try and stack the point. See, a lot of teams always trying to go around the back, but even if you get kills around the back, I just feel like you funnel yourselves, you know? And all the kills that you get, they just spawn field, and they just have a free pinch now, top radio. They just spawn field, they rush top church, and they pinch. So for me, I'm not really a big fan of going around the back. I like the plays out of Seattle. The streaks end up coming in. It kind of savaged the situation a little bit for OpTic. But then Seattle do a good job doing it again. You can see them working for that church control. You can see that's number 6. That's going to be Lamar. He's going all the way around the left. Once they get the kills, they just funnel onto this B site. And because they already have 2 ticks, this one's all she wrote. Seattle able to clutch it up on the offense. So good plays out of them. Even there, they didn't even get it. Even there, they had a clutch up again. OpTic could have won this round. Maybe an OpTic troll, Pat.
Possibly,
I mean, it's 13-8 with 40 seconds left. I think OpTic need to close this one out. Let's see how it broke down. But go ahead, Pat. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No. Yeah, I think I don't like how spread OpTic plays when they're up 13-8. Like they all kind of have these like split 1v1 positions. And with 30 seconds
they let
left,
they let Pred make a play here.
Well,
They trolled
this.
OpTic trolled this.
The first kill right there, and then they're just spread, and then Pred comes in and gets another blood. But like, to me, I just feel like with 30 seconds left, you can almost kind of not group up, but like play trade scenarios to where you pretty much guarantee yourself the win, right? Like this is the only thing that can't happen is somebody get an opening and then they don't trade out kills.
And maybe bad timing here from the guy Church. You can see number 4, it's Seth. He floods into Church. And you could just see Pred.
Spread. Look how spread.
Yeah, they're spread. They're nowhere near each other. I mean, they're super spread apart.
Here.
Yeah, they can't trade. In Seattle is the opposite. You know, they're holding each other's paws, and they're able to work some kills.
They only need 1 tick, like literally 1 tick. So why play spread like that?
Also, Shotzi needs to pick up the back there when he comes off spawn. He's going to pick up what his teammates have. But go ahead, Trey.
I will say that to start this off, Shotzi did die to an RPG in the closet. So
an RPG.
Yeah. So if you back up to when he died, Tom. Or Ben, sorry.
I thought he died like a nade or something.
So you see here.
Right here? You talking about right here? Does he die here from
watch his nade, yeah, and then watch what actually blows up. So he's laid down close right. Watch this nade, and then watch what actually blows up in the closet.
Oh, yeah. There's like, isn't there like missiles or something in there?
There's an RPG in there that has to be blown up with a. I actually can't believe the words are leaving my mouth right now.
Yeah,
there's a stray missile in a closet that you can blow up, and if you go up to it and melee it as well, that will blow it up also. Listen, I'm sorry, stream, that I had to break it down like that, but.
If Shotzi picks up the back here, I mean, you have somebody pushed up plat. You have Illy who's watching over him. You have a guy in Church. If anything, if you're coming off spawn, you got to know that maybe somebody can be coming right because nobody has it, or somebody could just be sneaking through mid alley, which is what ended up happening. Shotzi ends up flooding in left when he probably should just stay alive in the tank there and just hold the back.
I mean, you got to think though. He just died to an RPG in a closet.
He lost full. You think he lost full?
Lose full. Yeah, that's a lose full play.
He also probably thought someone could be around the back because Scump was in Church and had Archway. Like the only guy that can cover the back is if he comes deep right.
Yeah, so. and then Seattle, they ended up going back onto the defensive side. And this is where Lamar started to fucking kick up. Lamar was having himself a little map. He was picking up the MP40. He was going rogue. He was shooting laser beams. I think he went on a little streak here. And he was able to pick up a missile. So just really good plays out of Lamar to just close out this defense. If we fast forward here, another typical Tuscan control round, right? OpTic at the 8 point. Now they just have to flood into the B point. I think OpTic could have won this round here, but Lamar just goes massive. You can see 3 dead, right? Lamar's the last one up. Watch it. There's another one there, but wait, the kill feed. Hey, Trey, the kill feed's a little broken, eh?
The kill feed.
It's broken. The kill feed is broken.
The kill feed in previous CODs used to last 5 seconds. This one lasts 10.
Right. So look, Illy gets a kill, but like, see, it says 3 dead, but like technically it's only 2 dead, which is kind of weird. There's got to be times where I guarantee you, OpTic right here is screaming 3 dead. They have to be.
if you look at the kill feed, Sib dies twice in the space of 10 seconds because that's how long the kill feed lasts.
Yeah, Lamar goes massive. He's able to find 2, and then he gets another one here, and then this is just where Lamar kicks up. I mean, I definitely want to highlight this play.
Have y'all brought that up, Trey?
Yeah.
Is that a potential get fixed?
It should be a fix because right there, I feel like it costed OpTic.
That's deceiving as fuck. Yeah.
It's hard to track players. I can only imagine.
I can neither confirm or deny that we.
That's what the chat's for. That's what the chat's for.
Well, how do you track players when the kill feed is the 10-second kill feed? You know what I'm saying?
It just makes it a lot harder on players, and you have to be on top of it. If you're not on top of it, it's gonna cost you. You know, right there.
That sounds to me like it's not getting fixed. What you just said. You kind of defended it, so that usually when people defend something, it's kind of like, well, that's That's what it's gonna be.
I don't know. I feel like teams are probably used to it now. They're probably used to the kill feed. But I'm sitting here and I'm like 3 dead, but technically it's only 2. Whatever. Lamar goes big. He clutches up. OpTic doesn't have any lives left. I mean, Seattle do a good job, you know, just killing and getting those lives down. OpTic are kind of forced to kind of just sit back, try and play for kills. Don't want to give up too many lives. Then we get back into the offense. OpTic do the same thing. They're able to hold on to their Ds. I don't think Seattle can hold on to that B point. I think OpTic did a great job here. Just holding on strong. You know, they get that top church control, get green control, and Seattle, they keep trying to push forward, but the lives, again, dwindling down for Seattle. They're forced to slow play. Lamar has that streak in hand, but if I'm Lamar, I'm going to keep it in the back pocket. Right here, I mean, you could just take a look at the scoreboard. I mean, Seattle is just getting outslayed to the max, so they really don't have any choice here. If you're Seattle, you have to try and make a play here and try and get onto this point. But they don't even try and make a play. They try and play slow and just kind of save onto their lives. But I don't understand what the point of that was when they're going to have offense anyway.
I don't know, you know, like they
didn't even try and get onto the B point. Like,
I thought they had D again.
I mean, how? They're all negative except for one guy.
I was going to say, I was thinking there, like they have a tick on B, maybe calling a streak. I don't know. Like, I don't know. You're 2-1 down. You're probably going to get D. Maybe... Are you going to get O? Maybe it's just because it's Tuscan.
Maybe they had hella EKAs.
No, it did seem like they chalked around early on. When Tom and I were watching that live, we thought they were like guaranteeing defense for a long time the way they were playing. So I don't know. Maybe they were doing something on the back end that we don't know.
Maybe their EKA was pretty high and
they just got a ton of assists. Bro, people in the chat, the scoreboard that you see is not what they see.
Yeah, they have EKAs. They have EKAs.
Like, maybe OpTic doesn't have that many assists, but Seattle do, so it kind of outskewed the...
Maybe they didn't know.
RPG counts as. Does that count as a kill or
no? No, I thought it doesn't.
But the RPG...
Because you can never see
that counted as a kill because Mac got the kill for that.
Yeah. But if you team kill, like that's when it gets crazy because, like, even today, someone team killed for Paris, and I'm sitting there thinking, like... They're up 10. We're up this.
Yeah, you gotta get to the point where you start counting team kills, right?
Yeah. Well, you have to count team kills because it doesn't count towards you. So, like, you know, you sat there. I didn't pass maths at school, so I'm.
You didn't pass maths at school.
I'm sat there trying to do mental maths and trying to work out what the fuck's going on. When there's a team kill involved, just chalk me up, bro. I'm done.
But the highlight optics play, I like how when they get kills, they don't turtle. You see a lot of teams get kills and they just continue to turtle and hold their lanes. They don't push up. Not these guys. Shotzzy, Illy, they put those gas pedals down and they storm forward. They don't give a fuck. And I like that play because it just stops Seattle's push. It delays it. And it just wastes more time on the clock. So really good heads-up play. Once OpTic dies after pushing out cuts, then they play tight. They hold each other's hands. They don't let Seattle go anywhere. Seattle's trying to flood through church, but Dashy's not having it. Picks up a big 2-piece. It goes scum 3 dead with 20 seconds left. This one's all she wrote. OpTic able to finish out this control and go up 2-1 in the series. So fantastic plays coming out of OpTic Texas. I think right now probably one of the best control teams in the game, Pat. Has to be.
I had it up. They are...
What is their record in control right now? Because I feel like every time OpTic's playing control, they look like a step ahead. They're really good at that game mode. They're 12-1. They're 12-1, Pat.
They're on an 11 map streak, so they lost they went 1-1 and they've won 11 in a row.
Wow. Okay, so OpTic.
How many of those have been Tuscan?
Probably a lot, but they did have some Gavs.
They're winning Gavs too.
I feel like they've played Tuscan their last.
It's definitely probably like 60-40, 70-30, something like that.
If they're winning coin flips, they're playing Tuscan. If they're losing coin flips, they're playing Gav. I guess that's pretty much how it's going here.
And you gotta think at the major, I think they were a pretty high seed in like their winner bracket route, so they probably picked it every time. And also they are on that 11 streak as I mentioned, which is currently second all time for control. Only behind Ultra from Cold War, having 13.
Yeah.
And then they're on pace. They're on pace to break Ultra's control win streak.
So off the rip, OpTic were able to find a good break. We move on to the Tuscan hardpoint now, over to the 4th map. This is where OpTic looked to close it out. OpTic with a really good break. They go up 50 points. If I remember correctly, Seattle, they were able to lock down some time here. Not much, but they get 20 seconds. But this is where things hit the hay for Seattle. Right off the rip. I mean, they're rotating over to this P3 hardpoint. OpTic was able to lock down most of the time in the first 2 hills, so that they have a big lead. But OpTic were able to break on into this P3. Let's just see how they do it. You can see there's a guy going rogue field. That's going to be Pred. Dashy's able to pick him up. You see Dante's going rogue, but OpTic say, fuck it. Leave him field. We're getting these P5 spawns. Let's just hit roof. Let's hit left and top fire. I feel like this guy on the hill needs to be looking at his fire, like lay down behind the fountain and like at least preem. And nobody has that side of the map. So I just figured that they would pick up on it. Maybe a miscommunication coming out of Seattle. But OpTic just break into this hard point so easily. I mean, this is a money hill, is it not, Trey? I feel like this is a money hill.
I don't know. Tell me I got a trophy system. So.
Yeah, no trophy. But, I mean, Trey, this is a hill. This is a hard hill to break, though.
Yeah, no, it is. It's just very mixy when you get, like... It's a money hill, and then when you get naded out a hill, you have to make the kills to then get back in the hill. Yeah. You know, it is a money hill. In that regards. Like
just
I said,
a really good break from OpTic. Yeah. It's maybe a miscommunication from Seattle there. But then we go into the P4. See Seattle, it's Pred that gets in there first. They start working some kills. There's a pretty back and forth game until the second rotation, where I feel like OpTic just kicked up a little bit. Which, you guys might disagree with me on this, but I was talking to the Stallions team, and this is a little tip that I was giving them, because just watching them play, I was getting aggravated because they were doing the same shit. But the first half of the game, they always play so well. But then when it hits the second rotation of hard points, it's just nonstop brain farts. And you got to think maybe just in the middle of those games, Pat, Josiah, Trey, you guys have all played professionally. Trey, you're still playing professionally. The second half of the game is probably where more mental mistakes come in, no? Just the game is a grueler, you know, you things are hitting the fan, situational.
If you're like, you know, you're down and you're not playing, like you feel like you're not playing well, you're getting broke easy. It kind of just compounds and you start making more and more and more mistakes.
Yeah. I think it's more mentally draining more than anything. Like keeping it so close to then just like second half of the game, making one mistake could lose you like 50 seconds, and then like it just keeps spiraling out of control, and it's just mentally draining that you're just chasing a game all the time.
Yep. I remember that Scump was saying during his interview after the series, he said that they felt like their comms weren't right when they first started, that maybe they needed to wake up a little bit. And we know how important communications can be. So let's go into this listening with OpTic, and let's see how they were common on this fourth map, because I thought it was a lot better.
By the way, they're 8-1 on Tuscan and 3-0 on Gas. For control.
So they're godlike.
Are you? Running outer. Sit down. He's still outer shifting out. Got it. Yeah, I did. Got it. He said. I can side to the tree for you. I'm here. I don't know. Got hit. Got hit. Not telling me. Close to you. I should do weak. Close to you. Got hit. Not telling me. I'm hitting you. He's left out. Got hit. Pred weak. Pred dead. I'm watching. What's the got hit? He's low. And one guy's you. Go right. Yeah, go right. Nice one. Yo, you dead. I'm going B-man.
Where's that? I think we ladder.
I'm B-man with you said. I don't see anything.
Yeah.
I send over.
Top 1 HP.
Top radio.
Yeah.
Yo, close. B-man. Close right. Then I'm watching guys.
I need you over your point.
Yeah, dead. Nice too. I need time. I'm watching.
Right there. I'm in the back.
On time needed. One shot on time, Matt.
I got some in the back.
Time dead.
What's in the back?
One of you guys back hurt. I'm sure. Get off time.
We short together. Yeah. Watch trap, guys.
I'm watching.
I can get the ramp for you. I can get ramp for you.
I'm sure. What's you? I got triple native, bro. They're in the back. Nice too.
Top radio. You went out Aki spot.
Radio, absolute Pred. He went top radio right now again.
Nice.
Nothing ramp.
Hey, when does what chop your shirt?
Let's go B-man, guys. I need time.
He's one time.
Get out. Make sure to knock it out. Oh, my bad. Make sure to knock it out. One more though. Mac is out. Mac is out. You top church first guy. Yes, top church first guy. We gotta look for this guy.
Yeah. He might be behind in the back.
I got Sip. Nice, get up.
You said back, right?
We got him. I come back. Yep.
Okay, yeah, I'm god heady right now. I'm god heady. What's open?
I'm getting initial right now.
You have your own vines?
Are you? Yeah, but I'm on vines, right?
Did we top? Alright, one is going deep up now.
Get top off spawn.
I hear that.
One's medallion. Are you? I'm on top vine. Yeah, I have B-main.
Medallion's right dead. Actually, I'm on vine. They could be top.
Are you top right? Alright.
I'm
running trap laying down. Stop vines, are you?
Vines.
Wow, you guys
let's see if they can B-main. Vine's still there.
Nothing medallion.
So Vines, absolute, bro. Absolute Vines.
What's medallion?
B-main dead.
I can get down.
Save.
I'm holding medallion, guys.
Yo, hold
Are you? I'm holding medallion.
I roof.
Nothing medallion.
Nothing mid? I saw B-main. I don't see anything. Here. Nothing mid.
I'm not playing. They're nading me, got heady.
I'm running back to you. Give a B-main now. Mid out here. Lamar, one shot. Nice. Vines still there. No, I'm gonna try to. Vines, he's still there. Left corner Vines.
Nothing else medallion.
He's still there.
Let's find it.
Good shit.
You bumpy, Brandon. Yeah. I'm a couple guys.
I got one. You want? Yeah, I'm going right. I'm playing my left.
Okay, so I wanna mute it here because one, the comms are great. I definitely think their energy sounded was good. I think we can all agree, right? I feel like OpTic's one of the only teams we're all for them. Just seem like they're super invested into the comms. But what did you guys think about the comms? I thought it was great.
I mean, yeah, they always sound good. I feel like the energy's always there. Like Seth said it in the interview, I think their comms sometimes seem to get a little hectic, or that when they're off a little bit, they're not playing at the best. But I think overall, in the listenings that I've heard, they always sound pretty good.
Yep. And then I want to highlight this play from Scump. I mean, listen, this was a really big P3 hold from OpTic. They locked down every single second here. No disruptions at all. They're able to lock down a full 60. You get a lead change. You get a little bit of a lead, a 20-point lead. So it's a really good setup, a really good hold. In my opinion, that's the money hill. But Seth, great heads-up play. He's top fire. As soon as he gets those kills, that's where he hits his gap. He's able to find one, stay alive, and just buy time for his team. And then he's able to pick up another trade after this. So just a really good play out of Scump on rotation to find kills, play his life. And I mean, this is just prime Scump right here. This is what he does, right? Playing, switching lanes, playing his life. Holding his L triggers. I mean, he's just picking up kill after kill. If I remember correctly, this was able to buy OpTic some time to get into this hard point and try and just mix it up a little bit. They work a break here. You can see it's getting really mixy. But they don't allow Seattle to get a full 60 here. OpTic are able to break on in. And after this, I mean, this is where OpTic should just close this one out, in my opinion. Scump makes a heads-up play. They hold the P3. This was the game changer for me. This is where the map was over. OpTic locked down most of this time. The only reason why this map got close is because Bruce's fucking glide bomb hits the fucking wall. Did anybody see that shit? Anybody? Josiah, I know you saw it because we were losing full.
I saw. I was mind blown. It was like, I don't know. We were all just sitting there like, what just happened? I don't know if that's something that happens a lot, Trey, or from using the glide bomb there, if that's ever happened to you.
Have we seen one glide bomb that like changes the game or seals the game? I feel like streaks don't really do that at all in this game. They take so damn long to call in.
Missiles are definitely good to have. They're definitely good to have.
But I'm saying, like, have we seen one case yet where
I'm
it,
unmuting for
actually changed the game?
I'm convinced that glide bombs are bad luck, dude.
You think so?
I'm convinced every time a glide bomb is called in, something goes wrong. You can get a 2-piece, you'll lose the hill, dude. There's something with the glide bomb.
Dude, because you're so like, it takes so long, and people are already back in the fight by the time you get out of the animation.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends, right? If you have like a 3.57 and you get 2 glide bombs, that's pretty good. But like, if you just get one and get like 1 kill, it's like bad luck. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, this is where it all falls apart. I mean, you can see the glide bomb coming in. Right here is a perfect opportunity for OpTic to break. They have people mid-map. They have people playing their side.
On top of it.
And it just lands on top of the wall. Dante's probably like, what the fuck? I'm alive. I'm fucking alive. And then that pretty much just disrupts OpTic's push. I
mean, we don't have this conversation if it hits him, you know?
Right. I mean, this is the only reason why I thought this map was close. Because if they get the glide kill, they're coming through mid. They're coming to their side. They'd probably get control of this hill. But the glide bomb ends up hitting the wall. Now OpTic got to do it the fucking hard way. Right, they got to try and break onto this hard point. Seattle can't win it here, but OpTic do a good job staying disciplined. They keep their fundamentals right. They don't overextend. They don't flip spawns. You'll see a lot of teams go fucking nuts, and they flip out, and now all of a sudden they're about to lose the game. So just good discipline out of OpTic. You got to think that maybe Coach Rambo Ray and Troy are trying to sharpen things up over there. And even when things aren't going their way, and a glide bomb does hit the fucking wall, they do a good job rotating, playing their corners, playing their lives. They work all the kills here. Was getting really mixy. Seattle was getting kills, but OpTic do a good job just holding on, and it starts with these wins in church by Shotzi and Scum. So good wins there. OpTic able to close out the series 3-1. So overall thoughts on the series? I thought it was a great series. Pat, to you want to blow it up, but I don't know. It was a close match. It was definitely a close match.
I mean, it was a close game, but I mean, like I mentioned, Surge are 1-6 in their last 7. Yeah, they had a game 5 win against FaZe. Woohoo. Like, there's nothing impressive from this Surge team to me. I don't know why people
hold on, Surge
are impressed.
They've been playing well. I just don't get who you think they could possibly get to improve their team out of the current talent pool. Like, you say blow it up or they need to change it, but like,
well, ever
since we beat them, they've been like looking like the old Seattle. They played they played the best team in the world today, and they played incredibly close.
They played the second best team in the world. Yeah, they played close.
Okay. So,
and they beat the best team in the world in a game 5, like round whatever. Like, it just wasn't that impressive.
I think it's impressive to see the low they hit. Like, they went on a loss streak. They placed top 12 at the major. Usually a team will be chalked after that. For them to come back now and then start playing well again, it's like, I don't get how you can look at that and be like, we need to blow it up. If anything, I'd be like,
I don't think this team can break into the top.
I just think I think it's more so impressive that you can come back from that low, because most teams don't have the mental fortitude to make it back from that type of low.
Everyone loves a good comeback story, but I'm a realist. I'm not buying it. They're still a mediocre team to me. Yeah, they played really bad and now they're playing a little bit better. Like, but I'm still not hopping on the train. They played amazing at the kickoff and then just progressed down to the bottom, and people were still like, oh, they're still a top 4 team in the game.
They just lost OpTic by a hair, though. Like, OpTic obviously clutched up, but like to say that
Shotzzy
Seattle
had the map of his life this map for. Shotzzy went the fuck off.
To say that Seattle couldn't have won that series is like crazy.
We're gonna go back after the major. We're gonna rehab this conversation. We'll be like, wow, yeah, you were right. Surge got fucking 8th or last or whatever.
Well, so, everybody can't be first. Everybody can't be top 3.
That's why I said blow it up, because I agree. I don't think that this team can like, if this team is fine with being like 8 through 5 the whole year, whatever that middle tier is, then sure, yeah, leave it. Don't blow it up. But
I mean, bro,
I don't know.
I guess here's like my point is like, in a super competitive league like this, you're going to have top teams who are going to stay on top all year. And then you're going to have those like middle of the pack sort of upper echelon teams who can upset some, or quote unquote, upset some of these top teams on any given day. And then when you see those upsets, you can see different teams win events. So like there is no change that you can make this event. There is no change right now you can make to Seattle to see them consistently beat OpTic.
Do you see a chance that Seattle wins an event?
Why not?
It's not happening, bro.
I think the best way to put this is you have to wait until the major. I mean,
we said that after stage 1.
No. I'm not strictly just talking for Seattle, but I think it goes for a lot of teams. Like, if they don't have a good major, like I think that's the start of.
Well, listen, we don't gotta go in circls about blowing these motherfuckers up, okay?
And they beat FaZe. Holy shit!
At the end of the day, Pat, we agree to disagree.
Game 5 when FaZe was smoking them the first 2 matches.
We agree to disagree. You know, it is what it is.
Who do you hate on that team, Pat? Do you hate me?
Nobody. I just think they need to blow it up.
All right, let's go into the next series. We got the Minnesota Rokkr going up against the Boston Breach. We all had Rokkr except for Josiah. I think Josiah had Boston. Tony, go ahead. Get your laughs. Say whatever you need to say. You proved us wrong.
No. I mean, I feel like you're picking against me most days, and a lot of days you're wrong. So you can keep. I want you to keep doing it. Keep picking against me.
No, this is one of the first times I was wrong.
Hang on. Before this series starts, Tony, I just want to say, extremely respectable and tippable for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
To drop what you done. And
listen. I think we're getting distracted here. There's not much to talk about in this series at all. Outside of game 2, Minnesota got fucking smoked. Like, there's really nothing to talk about.
I agree.
I think
we can watch it.
I think we've gotten to the point.
I mean, we can just sit here and watch it.
Listen, we've gotten to the point.
We're gonna watch it.
Rokkr has made a role switch. At this point, neither is working. They're only good at S&D. They need to start thinking about changes. I said we need to give it to the major. Obviously, it's their major.
You want to fucking break up every team, don't you?
This team just is a letdown. I think they can't make it work no matter what they do. I'm glad that they tried to do this role swap, but at the end of the day, this team just sucks at respawn. They're like the least promising respawn team, and I think Boston's a good team, but obviously Boston's not the best team in the game. So like,
thank you, Pat.
They're getting beat every which way, and yeah, I think this team, which I think is a team that wants to win, that really wants to win, they need to really start making moves while they can. I don't know who to replace. I don't know how that would look like, but I think it's that time where it needs to be started to plan out on the.
Well, I mean, personally, I feel like this is a team that can work a trade because individually they're all very talented players. If there's ever going to be a trade in COD, I can see this team being a part of it because they have 4 really good players individually. It's just not working as a team right now in the respawns. It's just not.
And we've talked about this.
Jesus Christ, Tony, not on you shooting beams.
Yeah.
And listen, we talked about this. The problem with trades in the CDL is no team wants to do a fair trade. Like, everyone that wants to do a trade wants to get rid of their worst player, and they want to get another team's better player. So it's like,
wait, can I bring up something random real quick? Because that just sparked something in my mind.
Yeah, sure, go ahead, Tony.
Let me just say, if that rumor that Havoc declining the New York subliners is true,
he might as well retire if that happens.
No, I've seen sources and screenshots and everything. It's true.
If that is true, let me publicly say that is the stupidest thing I've heard in my entire life.
He declined it.
And that's all I wanted to say.
He wanted to either bring Kismet over with him or play with Clay.
Oh, Hydra's not good enough.
I don't know.
Bro, I don't care. I don't care
Hydra's not
what
good enough.
he
We
wanted to do. I don't care what he wanted to do.
I just had to bring that up. I'm sorry.
That guy is a moron. I hope you're watching it too, because you're an actual idiot. If
okay, so you're a prick. I think you're not a moron. The decision is incredibly moron.
No. He's a moron. Like,
yeah. Okay.
Because he made the decision, which means if he made the decision and the decision was a moronic decision, then he is a moron. That's how that works.
I would accept it, but you have
smart people don't make moronic decisions like that when it comes to their career.
I think word for word, he said he doesn't want to play with Krim. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, he doesn't have
he wanted to play with Clay. He said he wanted to play with Clay. You know?
Maybe a couple more wins for Krim, he would have been like, oh fuck yeah.
I mean, I agree. I don't understand the thought process with him when it comes to the. I mean, why not? You're in challengers.
At the end of the day, who the fuck cares what he wants to do? Like, you get on that team and you build a case.
Well, that's why they didn't pick him up, Pat.
Listen, we're getting off track. Methods is 16-6.
No. What I'm saying is, like, why does he think he can join a fucking franchise team and be like, nah, I want the roster to go like this? Like, who the fuck are you?
I agree. If you're in challengers, and
is that guy having an event win?
It's pretty much what you said, Josiah. I mean, what do you work? What's your end game? Like, what are you trying to do?
You're working to get back in the league.
Hey, you have the opportunity.
He's the only team of people from like Florida. And
here's the reality, dude. If you're a challenger and you get a pro team offer, you should almost realistically 99% of the time, 99.9% of the time say yes every single time. Because every team making a change is going to be a team that's struggling. So you're not going to go join a top 5, top 6 team. So join the fucking league.
Let me say this.
Join the league. I don't
get it either.
Let me say this respectfully. Shout out to him for trying to put his boys in. But disrespectfully. No.
Let me cut you off. And to further that, if I was Kismet, I'd be calling the guy a fucking idiot, and I'd be saying, don't join the league.
No,
well, can you imagine they offered Kismet and Kismet accepts it?
Respectfully,
Kismet for sure accepts it.
He's accepting it. He's accepting it.
Without question.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, respectfully, like, shout out to try and get your boy in, but like, you ain't. It don't work like that, bro.
No, you're just not in a position to do that. It'd be different if he joined the team. They're still struggling. He's performing well, and he's like, "Yo, look, I played with this guy in challengers. Like, it was working. Let's try this."
Okay, listen. Okay, look at the screen, dude.
Yeah, no, you were frying, Zin.
Okay, listen.
Jesus Christ.
Do you think Jordan General's got him on more salary than he was offered by by New York?
No, absolutely
That's the only way I could think he's saying yes, bro, or saying no to NYSL.
The best thing about it is you're joining a team that's 10 points, not having a great time. Obviously, Pat, if someone's making a roster change, they're obviously not in the greatest spots anyway.
Yeah, but this team probably it gets pretty fucking good.
No, but if you come through and fry, and let's say you still don't.
25-7 Trey.
Don't worry, I'm gonna give you the gas, Tony. Let him talk, please. Model, go ahead, Trey. We're talking over each other.
What I'm saying is, like, if he declines this and doesn't get another offer from someone else, he's gonna be kicking himself.
Yeah, I agree, Trey. I agree. I just don't.
Bro, the thing is, I could realistically see this happen. He says no to New York, right? He plays in challengers all this year. The league doesn't expand again. He doesn't get an offer next year, and he's back in challengers again for another year. Like, why would you risk that outcome, which is probably a likely fucking outcome? Why would you risk that if you're in challengers?
I don't know. Listen, once New York makes a statement, we'll talk more about their roster. Tony.
Well, they made a fucking statement. They
made no fucking statement. The CDL made the fucking statement for them.
CDL said? They literally said they started the show with the breaking news, the fucking Keemstar segment that Clay was dropped, and they fucking went ahead and photoshopped the new fucking team.
Hold on. I will also say, I saw some people complaining about, like, the CDL leaking the roster, but, like,
Clay was on stream the day before saying he's never playing Vanguard ever again.
Yeah, like, I don't,
so it's like
Clay came on in the stream with me and Jay yesterday and literally goes, "I got benched."
Your roster. If what?
Yeah, Clay leaked it himself. But listen, let's get back into the match. Tony, you guys absolutely fried Minnesota. Map 1, it wasn't even close. You were having the map of your life. You were 25-7. I mean, you're over triple positive.
21 untraded.
You almost dropped a 2.0 in the whole series. It
was
series.
a 3 point. Okay, so just to further give you more statistics, it was a 3.57 hard point KD. He had 2 talking to third person. He went on 2 9 streaks, meaning he relapsed streaks on multiple occasions.
They didn't watch you once during those streaks. I was kind of aggravated.
Wait, are you being dead serious?
No, they were actually pissing me off.
Dude, they actually don't watch me. I'm not even.
No, Capsule was on a 7th streak. They weren't watching him either.
They don't watch anyone on a streak. That's the point.
I'm actually about to tweet. How do I? So I went 25-7 and they barely watched me. Is that what you're saying?
I think you had 5% camera time.
Yeah, they didn't watch you at all. I'm gonna be honest with you. We didn't watch much.
Ben, unmute your fucking mic right now, dude.
Let's go, brother.
I'm not
man.
even trolling. What? Am I What? What is funny about that? What the fuck could you be watching? Were you watching
You're playing a team that is 1-9 in game ones. You're playing a team that is 1-9 in game ones.
I do not care. It's not about
Can't
me.
win a fucking
How does someone go 25-7 and you're not on his screen 85% of the game?
Because you're literally playing recruit bots. Like,
okay, let's not recruit bots.
So who are you watching? The guy who's 13-30? I don't understand.
Yeah, they are. That's what they're doing.
What they were watching.
That's actually insane, dude.
Yeah, the observers need some work. I mean, I know they're doing a great job over there. It's a lot of work behind the stage, especially with the observer team. I know there's a lot of people involved.
He said if it was Dashy, they would have shown him the entire time. I know.
But listen, I agree. If somebody's, dude, even if somebody's on a 4 or 5 streak and they're about to get streaks, you should instantly go to their POV and make sure you're tuning in with them to see if they can pick up the streaks or see what they're doing.
Wait, hold on. Trey, you want to chime in? Because me and you talked about this earlier. Like, no one wants to see you L triggers in.
Bro.
Like, they just don't. It's not about Dashy.
I'm confused. Do you think I was camping spawn going 25?
No. We're not saying,
it's just naturally less entertaining to watch a main AR.
Yeah.
Like, it's natural. It just.
Okay.
The issue is.
You're right. They should never watch me ever. You're right.
Go ahead, Trey. Let Trey. Hey, let Trey talk. Go ahead, Trey.
There was 2 instances. One was when you were on a 9, and then one was when you were on the statue, you get on a 10. The one when you was on a 9, they were doing a Minnesota Rokkr listening, so they can't really swap to you there, respectfully.
I would have been on my POV while doing the Rokkr listening. 9 streak?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, no, but it's their listening. It's their showtime.
Someone in the chat said Bruce is a main ? In all caps. Bro, OpTic fans literally don't even know what they're watching. Like they literally, as long as they see the names of all the players on the fucking scoreboard, they don't need to see the actual game, the kills. All they need to see is the fucking names. I swear that's all they watch.
He's definitely a main AR. I could tell you that. He's definitely a main AR. And honestly, that's where Brucey deserves to be because he fits that role perfectly. Especially,
here we go again.
But we get into the
watching you, Zen. Look at what your team's doing.
I mean, every team's doing that shit.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Hold on. I got robbed from a 1v3 this game, dude. I have no idea how
you guys
I get
shit
that
on. How did you guys shit on right there?
I did, dude. I don't know how I lost that. I got first shot and I didn't miss. I think maybe because you got behind the barrel a little bit. I really don't know.
There's no way you can run away from that, Zen. That's fucked up.
Wait, run away from that?
Yeah.
Why would I run away? Yeah, but I mean. Whatever. I guess I'm just shit. I guess I'm just shit,
But let's talk about the series a little bit. Tony, you guys end up the first map. I don't even want to talk about it. You guys just outslayed the fuck out of them. I mean, it was one of those maps where they just weren't doing anything. You guys were ahead of rotation, winning all the gunfights. You guys are just rolling through them. Then we get into the S&D. You guys go up 3-1 in this one. You guys end up getting a good retake early.
Oh, I rage. I rage at my team.
How did you guys... I feel like Minnesota Rokkr started to bring it back. Maybe they're adapting a little bit, Tony. Tell me a little bit about this map. Yeah, tell me a little bit.
Okay, because we have a very streaky team. We have a very talented team. And a lot of times when we're streaking and we're playing well, we get overconfident and we say, oh, 4v2. Let me go be Captain America, and then we just end up in a 2v2, and then it just spirals from there. Instead of just slowing down and playing the game as it should be played, we get a little too confident, which I think we're starting to be a little better with.
Yeah.
It's just frustrating because all of our S&D losses come down to that. Like we have numbers advantage and we're just throwing it away. So we're a very competitive Surge team. We're like probably, I mean, we're one of the best Surge teams.
I'd say a top 4
for sure. I mean, definitely. And then. If we didn't throw some of those matches, I don't know. I rage just because when we have 4v2s, you should just never ever lose them ever.
Ever.
I agree.
Wait, was that 2 4v2s in, or did you clutch a 1v1 to stop it going to 2 4v2s? I know there was one, but
there was one 4v2 and it might have been a 3v2. It might have been 2 4v2s actually. I don't really remember for sure, but.
Well, you guys end up clutching up the round 11 here. You guys go up 3-0. I feel like Minnesota did a good job adapting. We could take a look at that one round where you were in a 1v3 and you could kind of break down what was kind of going through your head in that moment.
I made the play. I mean, fair play. If I got shit on, I got shit on. It's just like I was mind blown. I didn't
we all thought you had it. We all thought you had it.
I thought Capsule was gonna make a play here. My bad, Trey. I didn't mean to cut you off right there.
No, you're good. I was done.
I thought Capsule was gonna make a play here. I'm surprised he didn't shoot him off bomb here.
I don't think he saw him.
Oh, he didn't know he was on bomb? I thought he knew he was on bomb.
No, he didn't see him here. And then I'm an idiot. I started backseat game and I said they're probably going A.
Yeah. That's why he went over to the A site.
Yeah, so that's on me.
Yeah.
I said they're probably going A, and I screwed him over.
I probably said the same thing, though, because you haven't seen anyone in a while, bro. Like.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the 1v3, Tony. You're left in a 1v3 situation. You're able to find, you get a freebie here in the field. You're able to find one. You make it a 1v2. You spot somebody. Talk to me. What was going through your head in this moment? What was your thought process at? And where did it all fall apart?
I mean, my thought process was pretty simple. I get the first kill. It's a 1v2. I'm going to get the bomb down. I figured they'd be top, so obviously I cook a nade and light them up with it. And then usually they wouldn't expect me to go plant that quick after I get that nade hit marker. So I plant B, I wrap, which was... Because of my playstyle, they probably assume I'd go like L or like back silo area towards like the back of the map and just post up. So I thought the wrap was pretty intelligent, and I did it, and then I got one and got leaked on.
Yeah, you get. Yeah, I mean, listen, we'll go back and watch it. Maybe we'll slow it down. But do you think you got joked here? Do you think you missed shots? You said you thought it was bullshit.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
great play though, Tony. I like the positioning out of you.
Unbelievable.
Thank you. In that moment, it felt like, watch. I saw him there.
It's the slide that catches you.
I missed the first couple bullets too.
Yeah, you missed a little bit. You missed a little.
Wait, hold on. Then I hit the barrel though.
Yeah, you did. You hit the barrel.
I probably get that kill.
You completely.
You missed the first few bullets, and then I think you just hit the barrel, and Preston just takes care of you.
Hold on. After watching that, you're telling me I don't deserve that kill?
No, you don't. You missed a shit ton.
Count the bullets, dude. Count them.
You hit 2 or 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 2.
You hit like 2 or 3.
Tony, you watching the same thing I'm watching?
Tony, you hit 4.
1, 2, 3, and then you start hitting the can.
2?
Spit it out, Junior.
You hit 4,
nothing.
Then you hit 4.
Okay, hold on. Okay, if the barrel hit markers do nothing, it's fair. But yeah, if those barrels, I blame the barrels. That was a 1v3.
Yeah, I mean, if the barrels aren't there, you probably win it.
Yeah, it would have been a big round for you guys.
The barrels are there.
But the barrels are there. So.
Oh, and they replayed it, Tony. And they replayed it in the highlight reel. You notice the colleague?
My parents watched that.
Oh, shit. And Preston had 49 HP left.
Unbelievable play those in. Unbelievable.
Thank you. I'm an absolute brain box, aren't I, Len?
That was listen. The nade to the plant B. That was very smart, respectable.
Thank you.
Then you guys go into the defense. You're able to find a kill. You get traded out mid-map. What happened here, Tony?
I just wanted to say it's funny how they replay me losing a crucial gunfight, but they don't watch me when I'm 25-7. So I'm interested to know who I upset over there. I'll have an off-stream discussion with Nassim and the necessary parties. But it's funny how that works.
You're an idiot.
Anyways, back to the game. What you asked me?
Back to the game. You guys go up 4-2. You win the defense. I think you guys are just trading Ds at this point. Minnesota do a good job. They got a good spread across the map here. It was Standy who was able to pick up a big 2-piece. Standy's been a little quiet, right? I feel like Standy was a superstar standout player. He's been doing his thing, but I feel like in Cold War he was just like a different animal. You know what I'm saying? Right now,
more help to do things with, in my opinion. I feel like that's like a lot of these standout like sub players and stuff like that. They get like hoed by how quick you die in this game.
Nah, but Standy's a good
skill gap.
He's a good player for sure. I think Minnesota really needed this map. They needed this. Once they went down 0-2 here, I pretty much thought it was all she wrote. To me, Minnesota, they have to win their S&Ds because of how their respawns are looking.
I agree. And then TJ dropped his balls on them in control.
Yeah, TJ dropped his balls on. I mean,
those are small balls,
Tony,
dude. I mean,
Jesus Christ, Tony, you gonna cook your own teammate?
That's my bad.
But listen, I want to talk about TJ a little bit because he's running that automaton now, Tony, and I think he's incredible with it. He's a good fit for that gun. What was the thought process with putting him in the AR, asshole?
Yeah, I mean, well, there's not really another option, Tom. We have 2 SMG rookies, and we figured, not realistically. So Nero was actually a flex when we first made the roster. Like, he was a flex in challengers.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking like TJ wasn't a sub. Yeah, I mean, TJ's been a sub his whole career.
And TJ was an SMG. But sort of basing what Nero did in Cold War with an SMG and sort of just like his raw talent and his aggression, it just made sense to sort of switch him to a sub. And I trust TJ to be to fluctuate pace properly as a flex, right? I think we all agree that like he's a good role player, and I do think people underestimate TJ's like star power. Like I really feel like he's like when he's on, he truly is one of the best players in the world, and he's received a lot of flack these past couple years.
Yeah.
But I mean, truly, like when he's on like that, he's just an incredible player. So
Yeah, love the clutch there from Capsule as well, Tony.
I just trust him with any gun, real honestly. Like he's a good flex, he's a good SMG. He just knows how to play the game.
I love what Capsule did right here. He spotted him on bomb and he made noise. He broke open the door, kind of juked him out, and then just ran. I guess because he was making so much noise, it just made Major Maniac go into a panic and made him get off the bomb.
I'd be infuriated if I was Major Maniac.
It was a really good play out of Capsule for making noise, getting him off the bomb site, and not the challenge, right? Just to get out of there.
I cannot believe Major did not check the bomb when I was in the 1v1 with him for like 30 seconds. I can't believe that. Because everybody well, we'll talk about it when it gets there, but.
So Tony, this is where you guys got to close out the game. You get a first blood, but then TJ gets picked 3v3 situation. You guys decide to bring this over to the B bomb site, and you guys just kind of get picked. Why B?
Capsule thought he was Danny Phantom. Go back.
Yeah, he got caught slipping right here. He got caught slipping. I think it was because you guys rotated so fast. I think Cap thought that you might have caught Minnesota slipping, maybe broke some ankles, and maybe he found a gap on a map. He goes a little crazy. He goes a little rogue. He ends up falling. Now, Nero's left with no choice. He's got the bomb in there spawn with 30 seconds left. Yep. He ends up falling. Once the bomb is there, I mean, Tony, what the fuck are you going to do here? You know?
I mean, I was just playing for kills for defense.
Yeah, you're playing.
25 seconds left. Bombs down. There's nothing I can do.
You're playing for kills. Now, Minnesota goes on to the offensive side. And they end up doing
I'll talk about.
They end up doing a rush plant. You guys get a 2-piece grenade off the rip and make it a 4v2 situation.
Okay, watch. So TJ thinks he's Thor. He could have slid across. And instead, he challenged Dill, and then Major gets one. And then Dill gets shot in the side. I trade it. And then for 30 seconds, Major does not check the bomb. So I assumed, because where bombs planted, you can see it from Barn. I mean, he made a good play, I guess. Because a lot of people expect me to hop the bomb, because I'm an absolute defuse king. And he doesn't even check the bomb once. So I was just playing this. I was expecting him to come check from either top barn or like low below me, and that's why I played it like that.
I promise you, their comms were it's Zinni. He's not hopping it. I promise.
Which I mean, it doesn't make sense. I've had multiple. I mean, I don't know.
You were just ninja diffused like last week, did you not?
No,
you know?
That's exactly why I was thinking that way, but.
And they were thinking the opposite. They were thinking that because you did that, you weren't gonna do it.
All I'm saying, Tony, is I want to highlight this round because you're in a 4v2 situation and you guys play like meatheads. And where's Capsule going? Where's he going?
Go back. I didn't even see where he died.
Look, he runs mid-map. He runs up mid-map. He just dies up mid-map.
Nice.
And Nero's running with his pants. It's just, listen, it's definitely.
You must have lost so much.
One at a time, guys. One at a time.
I rage at. Listen, after we won 6-5, I started screaming at them. You can kind of see it, and like when I switched to our player cams. But I'm just like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Because usually you win and you're happy. That infuriated me, dude. Because I got Thor and Iron Man just thinking, oh, it's a 4v2. Let me just run. And then look. And against a team, especially a good search team like this, you're just gonna get punished for it. Thank God we clutched the 5-5.
I would have Zin or
because if we didn't, I was mentally checked out.
Zed or Din should like gift that last little bit, the mini map of what your teammates all did on the mini map, like all their arrows. They literally all zoomed forward, and then I think Nero did a circle around a tank, but.
Yeah, no, but like I said, sometimes we just, when we're in positions and we're feeling confident, we just try doing too much, and right there's a prime example of that happening.
I mean, listen, Tony, I definitely think you guys need to clean that up, because when you guys are,
thanks, Tom.
I'm just saying, when you get to the top teams, Tony, like these mental mistakes can't happen, man. And you guys are running out, getting picked like that, can't happen, bro. Talk to me about the round 11. Who made the play call? And looks like you guys just played slow and played a spread.
Yeah, I saved my duo here, Tej. I knew they tried hitting up the street, so the absolute brain box myself finds a first blood, legend. And now it's a 4v3. We know they're an inherently slow team, so just waiting them out. I'm screaming, stay alive. And we just start picking them apart, yeah.
Where'd you find your first blood at?
Standy hit TJ. So
where's Standy going? Oh yeah,
He tries running up street and hitting up house. And
Standy tried to make a fucking play round 11. He was definitely not scared to try and make a play there. I think because they tagged up TJ and hit him with tags, they thought they could make a play on him. But Tony, it's a good play out of you to drop back and help your teammate. Really good play.
Yeah, I mean, I played it that way because I was playing L earlier, so I figured they probably wouldn't expect it, and luckily it worked.
Yeah, and then you can see once it's a 2v1 situation, Minnesota's forced over to the A-bomb site. You guys funnel them in there. You guys go up 2-0. I feel like once you guys win the round 11 here, this one's pretty much all she wrote. Maybe we get into the next map, and Tony, you already said it, but TJ, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he was frying,
What the hell did the kid eat today? What did he eat?
What did he eat, dude?
He's got to eat it again. He's got to eat it. That's not right. He's got to eat it again, though. Whatever the hell he did, he's definitely going to have to do it again because he was definitely putting you guys in the backpack on this one. He was making plays happen, and you guys won 2 offenses, Tony.
This was just one of those maps where like we were so confident we were just challenging everything and winning them. Like it was literally just one of those maps where like I was challenging shit. I was disrespectful challenging and I was winning them. Like like headies, I'm challenging.
I mean, you can kind of see that, like, bro, the kill feed is all white, and you're not getting that by playing smart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just straight ego, chow central.
And you can see here. Oh, go ahead, Trey.
There's no better feeling than just being able to just do that.
Yep.
You guys it just spirals out of control because then you just keep doing it every single game.
Yeah, you guys were able to hold on to this defense.
And also
pretty standard.
I also think I'm not sure. Maybe I think teams are playing this map a lot better offensively now. I think a lot of people are like prioritizing B, and they're either getting early ticks or like I don't know, because like a couple weeks ago, capturing B was nearly impossible, and now I feel like we're seeing a lot more teams win offense. So I think as control progresses and teams develop, I mean.
Well, this is how teams are doing it right here.
A little easier.
You get one guy on the point to stop the clock, and the rest of the people are going rogue, playing for kills, trying to dwindle those lives down. I mean, that's basically how control's played right now. And then you guys start storming through the back. I mean, right here, you're just picking up every single kill. I mean, it literally looks like you guys are just having fun, just winning every gunfight. This was pretty much a bloodbath.
You guys need to start playing like this more, Zen. It looks like your control's on point.
Yeah, thank you, Slap.
Can I ask Zen and Trey, you can answer this too. Do you guys enjoy playing control? Like just from a playing standpoint, like is it a fun mode to play? Like,
I mean, it's a kill-heavy mode, so
I kind of do have fun playing it. I mean. But just because you
just
have
on
fun
Vanguard,
just
on Vanguard, not sorry.
If
not
I'm
like
getting absolutely blended, no. Which happened like we're playing control here, like Gav defense, like Gav offense. Sorry, like if you're getting blended, like I mean you heard it in Paris's comms earlier, bro. Like that's how everyone sounds.
Jesus, Teed was really frying.
No, he was, and I think you guys should have closed out this round here.
No,
but
this is where our team killed, right?
But just to see how you guys did break into this site, you guys played through front. You had a guy kind of slow playing the back. And you guys just stormed through.
Dude, I'm literally legendary.
You stormed through plat, and then right here with Tony, I mean, once his team starts getting kills, he knows the guy in the pinch is gonna have to rotate over. He finds a good timing. He's able to take him out, and then you guys collapsed on the site. But what happened here, Tony? I feel you guys should have closed it out here. Was it the nades, attacks? You end up team killing, which I think.
Team kill. I think
you would have. I think you would have got it.
I mean, I wonder if they're watching me. Wait, how'd I even?
You just shot his ass in the back. You just lit him up.
Oh yeah, sorry, Dill.
You know, you take him out, and then I think you guys could have won it here, but you guys end up doing the same thing. You just storm right through the back. You guys come up mid-alley and get back onto that point. And again, I'm not really too sure what Minnesota's doing. Like right here, I want to see Minnesota push. Like number 3, go. You know, get into P5. I want to see these guys like get into better positions. They just turtle onto the point.
No, they just weren't playing confident. Like they just.
That's what I'm saying. They're so scared.
Like, they were just letting us chow the fuck out of them.
Right, and I understand they don't have a lot of lives, but there's not a lot of time either. So if you get one wave of kills and you just push up and play an off angle or play a corner, it's just going to make it harder for you guys. I mean, we were just highlighting it with OpTic, how when they get the kills, you see Shotzi and Illy just going. They're just fucking hitting the gas pedal down, and they're already in the spawn. Minnesota, they don't move. They get kills. They don't make any use of their kills at all.
Look at the stat line, bro. Like, Priest is throwing up an absolute stinker this map, but, bro, he was the only one moving on their team.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense.
Everyone else was literally just sitting still.
And that's why it's so aggravating, because that's how it's always been with Minnesota. They get kills, and they don't do shit with them. You know, it's like useless kills after useless kills. You did the hard part. Boston's on a point. You get 3 or 4 dead. Go. Get out of here now. You're not pinned anymore. Get the fuck out. Go play a corner. Go push out a cut. Go be a nuisance on a map. You allow Boston to hit right into the point again and get the kills instead. I mean, it's just easy. It's way too easy. And they do the same shit in Hardpoint. They'll get kills. They're standing around. They turtle around. They hold their crossfires. It's like they try to play so fundamentally correct, but you can't always do that. There's got to be times where you got to get aggressive and just be a nuisance. And that's something that they've been struggling with, not only in this game, but also last year. I thought they were doing the same shit. I was always saying that. And you could see it just by watching the mini-map. So Minnesota camp might not agree with my take on that, but I disagree if they don't agree with me. Buried.
That's kind of... I don't know. Somehow I always thought about with the role change. Like, that's what worried me. I think Dylan is good with an AR, but, like, I think he tends to play a slower role with it. I feel like they don't really have, like, a true flex. Like, I think Preston on the AR, like, I think he's really good with a sub. He plays, like, a more aggressive role, in my opinion, with an AR. And, like, right now, I feel like they have, like, 2, like, I don't know, honestly, like, statue ARs. And then they have Preston and Standy, who obviously play quicker. But I don't know. It just worries me with pacing. I think in the game like
this,
they
need more pace on their team. They need more pace. Period.
Hold on. I think and something Enable was saying was, and Ben obviously countered it with this, but Enable was saying that they should drop Major Maniac, move attached to main, press into flex, and pick up a sub to play on pace with Standy. But then, and this is Ben's point, if they do that, I think I mean I agree with him. I think they do take a pretty big hit to S&D. I think Major Maniac is a key part of their S&D game.
I also think Major's like severely underrated. Like,
but it's like, who else do you change?
But that's the thing. That's the thing is like we're not talking about individual talent. The whole team from top to bottom is great. You just have to find a trade or find something where you can maybe trade Major or Dylan or somebody. They can go to another team. Everybody will be happy. Everybody wins from the situation. Both teams are getting good players. It's just there's other teams that can work trades here. I'm looking at LA Thieves. I'm looking at LA Thieves. Huh?
Thieves.
Yeah, Thieves.
Thieves. Who do you get rid of there?
I don't know. Draza. Maybe do a trade with somebody on Minnesota.
Wait, but the thing is,
Tony, you're not understanding what I'm saying at all. You're not getting it.
The thing is, Tom, is okay. Ignore the trading aspect. Who are you getting rid of? Attach or Major Maniac? It's got to be one of them. I think we're getting to the point where it's the same combo of Crim and Clay. Like they don't work on the same team in a game that's played this fast.
Well, Attach has been their best player.
Okay,
so I'll say that.
So we're getting rid of Major Maniac then?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying Dill has been their best player this year.
Right, and you can't trade and people are saying Draza. If you're trading away a good player, you have to get a good player in return. That has nothing to do with his talent. It's not saying he's bad. It's saying he's really good. That's the whole point. The only way a trade is going to work is if you trade for a really good player. You're trading a good player for a good player, like you said in the beginning of the show, Pat. You can't trade for you can't give somebody a good player for a shit player in return.
No one's gonna trade a main and give away a sub, and I think that's the problem.
Well, I just talking out of my ass. I'm just naming names, bro. I'm naming names.
I agree with you overall, but that's kind of the problem with this Rokkr team and why the trade market. That's why the trading kind of is hard for them because they want to get rid of an AR and they want to get a sub, and that's such a hard trade to make happen.
Mix up some of the rosters. I mean, you have rosters in the middle of the pack that are all talented, but they're not putting it together. Maybe try and work some trades in there where you can maybe help the pacing a little bit and maybe the play styles will mesh differently. Yeah, but Seattle, it's another team.
Seattle need to get on the phone and see what would make sense for both of them to improve.
Makes no sense for Seattle. I can't disagree more with your opinion on Seattle.
They are 1-6 in their last 7 games.
I do not care. A team improving like that.
There's so much little recency bias. There's so much recency bias on stuff. Like, oh my God, they had a close game. How? I've been saying they suck since the kickoff. Everyone after the kickoff was, oh my God, Seattle was so fucking good. And then they literally threw up stinker after stinker after stinker. Had round 11 clutch ups that they still look like a stinker of a team.
One at a time, mod on. You guys are a bunch of animals. All right.
I'm saying my piece one more time.
Go ahead. Let Tony talk. No, we talk.
Yes, they had a little slump. Sure, that happens for teams.
Major
they then come
slump,
back.
Not
they
little.
lose. Okay, they had a major slump. Sure. They come back, they lose to us, whatever, that's whatever. Then they beat FaZe and they play the major champions in a very, very tight series where it honestly could have went either way if a few things are different. I just don't get how you see a team play the champions and OpTic that close and beat FaZe and can sit here with a straight face and say Seattle needs to change. Because looking at the talent pool and challengers and even a trade, I don't think there's a trade that you can make right now that's so like clear cut and make Seattle this top 3 team that you're acting like they can be immediately.
I mean, even challenger players don't want to join CDO teams now, so it's choked.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe if they can bring their challengers teammate, they'd consider it.
Listen, and just to let you guys know as well, behind the scenes, trades have been being talked about between multiple teams. There's been some trades talked about. I'm not sure for who. I'm not
teams
sure what.
Teams are offering 4 players for me, 4-for-1 trades.
I doubt it, but there's definitely teams that are fucking willing to trade, and I've heard from a lot of sources that teams are on the phone trying to make trades. Period.
I think the only thing that fucks trades over is not, like, first of all, like, actual trade, like who gets worse off, and then contracts.
Yeah, well, see, contracts and things, it gets mixy, and this is why I think this year we might see a trade because of how much talent is in the league from top to bottom.
We're going to see a trade this year.
I feel like we might be able to see a trade this year because of how much talent we see on these teams. The only problem with a lot of the middle-of-the-pack teams is that they have the talent, but because of pacing and because of other things, their play styles or whatever, they're not able to close out series. They're not able to get dubs. They just don't look good. They don't play good together. So maybe you can get on the phone with another team and see if you can work out a trade. One team might need an AR, and another team might need a better sub. Maybe you could do a 2-for-2 trade. Maybe do a 1-for-1 or something. I don't know, you know, but just change something up. Because if you're right, if you're in the middle of the pack and you're really, really talented, I think it deserves a change. I definitely think that these teams want to win. They don't want to place top 6. They don't want to get top 8. They don't want to do that. And individually, they're all really good. Work a trade somewhere. Who do you trade for? I don't know. There's a lot of different things you could do. I said Draza just pulling something out of my ass, just trying to start the conversation, but I definitely think trades are going to be happening here sometime in the near future. And if they don't, I don't know what the end goal is for a lot of these teams. I don't know what it is, because right now you could clearly see teams are just simply struggling. But what about the role change, Pat? You completely chalking up the Minnesota role change? You just don't like it? You don't even want to give them more time?
I think they should keep it. It wouldn't honestly surprise me if they swap back just because they're sucking. But I think at this point,
TJ
like,
with 40. Can we gas my guy up real quick?
This team is still
he said
struggling.
He carried the fuck out of you guys. You're all negative, but TJ, well, you're positive. But
I'm not negative.
But TJ has almost double your kills.
That's a huge 2 from Tony T.
Like I said, I think Preston had been good on a sub so far. I think he was better than Attach with a sub, especially impact-wise. But he's just, no one else is playing fucking fast on this team. So, I don't know. I don't chalk up the role change. I just chalk up the team.
Well, all right. Well, we'll leave it at that. No, Boston, they're able to close it out.
Thank you, Pat.
and yeah,
I feel like they're both the same thing, Pat. No.
No.
Thank you, Pat. It was a pleasure.
They just gotta chalk up the team.
You can see 40 and 26 from TJ having an absolute map. It was just an absolute blender for the Minnesota Rokkr. I feel bad for them because individually they're all very talented, but it's just not working as a whole. And I think they need to try and find ways to maybe use some of the talent that they have on their roster to work a trade or just work a change somewhere. If you got to bench somebody or buy somebody, do what you got to do.
I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but just look at Priest's pace compared to the rest of his team.
Agreed.
It kind of reminds me of like the apathy LAG thing from Cold War, where it's like one player is playing at a certain pace that the team is just not playing up to, and it just you're way better off having either a collectively fast team. Preston's a good player.
I want him to play at that pace. I just think his other teammates need to step it the fuck up. Like Benjamin and Attach are slow.
I think it works either way though. Like
Preston can go 18 and 35.
But we've seen it from this team. This team is not good when they play slow. They're just not.
I understand that, but then you can't have 35 deaths.
Oh yeah, I know.
Like
but
12 more than everyone else. You know what I'm saying though? Like, there's
a good-looking kid, man.
There's got to be some medium about it, you know.
Yeah, let's tune into the interview. Tony was interviewed by Alleycat today. Let's tune in.
You know exactly what you're doing, man. You know exactly what you're doing.
Let's tune in and see what Tony had to say.
Fucking read, dude.
Let's tune in and see what Tony had to say. Let's go.
This is a great interview.
Thank you.
All right, well, let's tune in. Let's see what Tony had to say. Come on.
Oh, is that why people spam Zinnycat?
Maro, Pat, shut the fuck up. Let's watch the interview.
They're spamming it in the chat. That's what I'm asking.
Hey, they spam it. You know how they go. Let's go into the interview.
All right, so I got to ask you. What'd you say?
You guys hear me? I'm making sure.
Yeah, I can hear you. You sound absolutely great, Chef Tony. But I got to ask you, Map 1 Berlin, you put on an absolute show for all of us. What was going through your head? Because you went on a 9 streak, a 10 streak.
Game of rank play, dude.
They showed us, and you didn't even get hyped. Like, I'm expecting you to get hyped there. So what was going on in your head there?
That's disrespectful. No, I'm not feeling very well today. I'm on my Jordan flu game.
I'm going to pause it right there. Jordan flu game. Tony, shut your fucking mouth. What are you talking about, Jordan flu game? How sick are you? You sound fine. You're in here busting jokes.
What do you want me to do? Yakking mid-series? I can't be sick unless I'm dying? I don't understand.
Yeah, you're not that sick, Tony. You're dragging it.
I took Dayquil. I'm congested. I tested negative for COVID twice. I tested negative for strep, but I have the symptoms.
Guy's got a tummy ache talking about Jordan.
No, I don't have a tummy ache, dude.
Play the interview, bro.
All right, let's do back in.
Why can't I just get some gas in here? I mean, a 1.93.
Tony, we gassed you. We gassed you. How much gas do you want?
No, because if it was someone else, if it was Trey, you'd be like, oh, Trey, what a series. And instead,
come on the green wall or something, bro. What the fuck do you think I'm doing? I'm on London Ravens. I'm an EU player. No one gives a fuck.
Instead, we're sitting here, we're cracking jokes, whatever. Play the goddamn interview, dude.
All right, let's go.
So, first map, just a clinic. I mean, I heard you say a second ago that was Rokkr's best map, but I don't think anybody really matches us very well in Berlin. That's probably our strongest map. So, good win from the boys. What are you laughing at, dude? What am I? Get out of the room, dude. I said that.
Okay, well, what I want to talk about actually happens to be Cap. He seems to be, every time we see him, his in-game decision-making just continues to get better as a younger player. And I wanted to know if you and the team on Boston Breach had any part to play in that.
Yeah, I mean, I would say our coaching staff helps the young guns the most. Obviously, me and Tej, we do our part, but Cap and Dill, I think, are easily...
Yep, paused.
Bro, I think I diagnosed it for you, Zen. I think I know why you're feeling sick.
Can you not be weird? Like whatever you're about to say,
Jesus Christ.
Just think about it and just don't be weird. And if it is weird, don't say it.
It's not weird. Someone in the chat mentioned it, and I agree. You just got all those butterflies, bro.
You're so corny. Yo, take your hat off. Let's see your fucking haircut.
Yo, I'm just reading the chat, man.
Take your haircut. Take your hat off. We want to see your fucking haircut.
All those butterflies got your tummy aching, bro.
Take the hat off.
All right, Tom, you can play it, bro.
All right,
I haven't had a haircut.
Let's get back into the interview. Jesus Christ, today has been a fucking clusterfuck.
Been great. Right there in the running for Rookie of the Year so far. I mean, both have come out pretty electric, especially given that we were a last-minute team and the 12th spot, and everybody sort of expected pretty mediocre, subpar team. I think they've definitely made waves and improving themselves. So proud of them so far. Proud of Tej as well. I think all of us just have a chip on our shoulder and looking to hopefully win some tournaments.
Hell yeah, man. Keep that chip because you guys are playing great. I want to ask you a little bit about control. It's been the struggle point for you guys throughout the entire season. And right there, I mean, you guys look phenomenal. Was there a specific thing you guys changed, or what was it? Because TJ was going crazy.
Yeah, Tej was frying. I mean, we've been in the lab trying to figure out control. Obviously, I would say as a new team, especially with two young guns, control is probably the hardest mode to figure out.
Yeah.
Hardpoint and search, I feel like collectively the teamwork aspect is just a little easier than control, and we've been hammering away every single day. So obviously some improvement there. Still a ton of work to do on it. But yeah, I'm happy with the progress thus far.
A quicker series than I think most of us definitely expected. And of course, we're going to leave the floor open for you to talk to the Breach fans at home. I think you only had like 30 deaths.
Okay, we're gonna stop the interview there. We're gonna go into the predictions. Dealing with a little emergency right now. So
okay, sorry.
Let's run through them quickly.
Let's run through them really quickly. But yeah, I definitely got to dip out of here as fast as possible. Okay, so we need to go through these predictions. I will fire it off. I got Atlanta FaZe London. I got FaZe Sublime is Paris. I got Paris, Florida OpTic. I got OpTic, Boston, Toronto. I got Boston. I'll go with you tomorrow, Tony.
Thank you, brother. I mean, are we just firing them off quick?
Fire them off quick. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out.
I'm gonna take FaZe versus London. Sorry, Trey. Not sure map count. Subliners versus Legion. Hell, Honeymoon FaZe. Let's go New York. Florida OpTic. And a shocking pick, I'm going to say OpTic. Then us versus Breach, I'm not going to comment on. Hopefully we can, or us versus Ultra. Sorry, I still think I'm on Ultra. I hope that we can take that one.
I got FaZe, New York, OpTic, Ultra.
All right, listen, I got to cut the show short. I got to cut it short. Big emergency just hit the fan. So I definitely got to head out of here. But, yo, Tony, I appreciate you coming on. Appreciate everybody who came on. It's been an absolute pleasure. We'll get back into it tomorrow, man.
Text me when you're good, all right?
Yeah. I'm sorry for the closeout, chat. I'm sorry for the closeout. But I appreciate you guys watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Anchor.fm/theflank. At the Flank on Twitter. Take care. Brush your hair. Appreciate all the hearts in the chat. And we're out of here. Peace out.
Peace out, boys.
Peace, brother.
Later.